Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Prepare for battle.
One box could leave you messed up and fractured. Block these uppercuts, they may leave you captured. May the best fighter win and win again. Battle to the top until his life ends. But if his life ends and he starts to decay, may one of his street soldiers avenge me. See you talking to the game, couldn't be talking to me. I got enough to beat and more soldiers to bury. You know we just clicked in and made you realize this game is twice as hard. You see that with your own eyes. You're on the way to choose your type of life cause you gotta. I tell you from now, which fighter will be the hotter. I don't think you want this one, just practice. Just challenge me when you're ready with your tactics. High punch and spin kicks, watch your back split. I see you in the air when I make you backflip. Get it on down. Select to make your first pick. Get it on down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get it on down. Choose and pick the best one. Get it on down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it on down. Select to make your first pick. Get it on down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Get it on down. Choose and pick the best one. Get it on down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Select to make your first pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Choose and pick the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Select to make your first pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Choose and pick the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One box could leave you messed up and fractured. Block these uppercuts, they may leave you captured. May the best fighter win and win again. Battle to the top until his life ends. But if his life ends and he starts to decay, may one of his street soldiers avenge me. See you talking to the game, couldn't be talking to me. I got enough to beat and more soldiers to bury. You know we just clicked in and made you realize this game is twice as hard. You see that with your own eyes. You're on the way to choose your type of life cause you gotta. I tell you from now, which fighter will be the hotter. I don't think you want this one, just practice. Just challenge me when you're ready with your tactics. High punch and spin kicks, watch your back split. I see you in the air when I make you backflip. Select to make your first pick.
Hey, what is up, chat? Tonight, study hall becomes show and tell. The faculty brought gaming artifacts, personal memories, and maybe a few questionable collecting decisions. Get ready for this. We'll talk soon. All right, welcome back to Gamer Quotient / Gaming Academy. Tonight we are stepping into a study hall, but we're doing it a little bit differently tonight. This is not going to be a normal lecture. This is not going to be a normal news breakdown. This is not reacting to the latest trailer, arguing about the industry, or deciding to whether something deserves an insert coin, wait for continue, or game over. As you know, it's been a crazy week. Crazy month for gaming news. So we want to brighten things up a little bit in the community by showing you things that we bought physical throughout history of our gaming career. Tonight, we're opening the classroom floor for something personal. Tonight, the episode is called Study Hall Show and Tell. Now, if you remember, show and tell from school, the idea was very simple. You brought something from home, you stood in front of the class, and you told everybody what it was. And then you explained why it mattered to you. Sometimes it was a toy. Sometimes it was a picture. Sometimes it was something weird that you probably found in your drawer and somehow convinced yourself it was important enough to bring to school and share with your friends, right? Now, but the real magic of show and tell was never just the object. It was actually the story behind the object. And gaming is full of those stories. Matter of fact, in Gaming Academy, Memory Card Chronicles, that's what we primarily base that segment on. Now, because for a lot of us, gaming history is not just something you read about online. It's part of our lives. It's part of our history, right? It is part of who we are. It's lives on our shelves. It lives on our shelves. It lives in our old game cases, strategy guides with bent corners, ripped out pages, controllers with worn out buttons, memory cards with saves we may never delete, right? Plus, like, on your old PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 memory cards, they had those little cool icons that I think they need to bring back, right? Consoles we refuse to throw away, just like my broken Dreamcast that I have in my closet. Now, we also have magazines, posters, manuals, figures, cartridges, discs, and random collectibles that only make sense to the person who kept them. Now, to somebody else, it might just look like plain stuff. But to a gamer like yourselves, students, that stuff can be a save file. That can be a memory, a season of life, a friendship, maybe a birthday, right? It could be as crazy as a rental weekend, or even what we call and what we miss so much is the Could also mean a game we played with our siblings, a console we saved up for. I know I've done that. And also a story that found us exactly at the right time, at the right moment. That is what tonight is all about. Each faculty member is going to bring an artifact from gaming history and answer 3 questions. What is it? How did you get it? And why do you love it so much? Because at Gaming Academy, we believe gaming is more than just pressing start. It is about the meaning behind the games we choose, the memories we and the way this hobby shapes who we are. That is playing with intention. Sometimes intention is about choosing what to play tonight. Sometimes it is about understanding why something still matters years later. So tonight, we are not just going to show objects. We are opening memory cards of our own old save files. We are telling the stories behind the shelves. So sit down and welcome to Study Hall. All right, jokers, sit down and let the faculty come in and introduce themselves. All right, boys, come on in and tell everybody who you are and what the hell do you do here?
The hell you are? No, I appreciate you said we're not going to fight this week about everything happening in the industry. That's a nice change.
No fighting.
No fighting.
No fighting. No fighting.
We'll find a way to fight. Yeah, I was going to
easy.
say. Yeah, that's easy. Very easy.
To paraphrase Ian Malcolm, the fight finds a way.
Yo, you gonna start that again like you did last week?
Yeah, he is, apparently. He's got something that just feels it speaks from within him.
That's
I'm Nick,
big pun.
Hey, everyone. I worked in the video game industry for about 20 years. I am here just to talk about the industry. I have worked on the front end, in the back end, and everywhere in between, and I am more than happy to talk about games. I'm going to send it over to the guy to my left, Ace, who is always going to find a way. Ace.
All right, so to reintroduce myself one more time, I am Blazing Ace Nelson, your Dean of Applied Sciences here. I'm the guy that helps you navigate the inner workings, navigate the mechanics of the games we play, and figure out how they work as well as how they work with us. Now, going back to last week really quick, I guess you could also say that I am your uncle / older brother that at this point used to.
What? You got cut out there. What was that?
Yeah, he cut out for me too.
Oh, I said as of after last week, we now have to remember that I could be also called your big brother or uncle that used to work at Nintendo.
Yes.
Oh.
Oni-chan. Got it.
It's true though. My uncle works at Nintendo. That is actually accurate. Cool. Oh, is it my turn?
To the left.
Yes, it
to the
is.
left.
Speaking of Unk.
Speaking of
Big Unk energy.
The grand
Chopped. Unk is chopped.
the final Unk.
The final Unk. That's it. That's the new segment. For 1 week when he's hosting.
That's the one you have to
Master,
face at the
final
end.
Unk.
The last belt you have to avoid.
Oh no!
Oh damn.
No, I'm for those of us joining us that just aren't familiar with everyone. I'm Oliver. I used to do game journalism. I've touched basically every part of the video game industry except developing games. What that just changed tonight. We'll get into that at some point. But no, just kind of my biggest claim to fame is Walter Day from Twin Galaxies thinks I'm real neato. I have a trading card based on my photojournalism as well as being thoroughly well versed in a lot of video game history that I should have no business knowing. I just happen to know it. Right. Alongside that, I previously ran a video game podcast with Ace. Right, along with a couple other guys called Metro City Boys. That was based on Final Fight, and that was pretty darn cool. When I'm not doing those things, I'm either, writing books or I'm working on art on my art store, and I am also the local generative AI guy. I know way too much about AI right now, and let me tell you, that's a rabbit hole you guys don't want to fall down because you're going to see some weird shit. That's kind of the score.
Can confirm.
And the rest of the time while I'm here, I also run the Watchdog segments when we do that because I try to find you the most amount of game for the least amount of money because, damn it, we're all broke out here. And this is a weird economy, man. Look. Just before we move on, let me just say, I was digging around in a box earlier. And I pulled out 2 sticks of 16 gig DDR5 RAM. And I was like, it belongs in a museum.
No, you're rich now, man.
I'm fucking rich. I was like, oh, it's just sitting there.
That's actually how you got into game dev, right? You just use that as seed
Bingo.
money for your next venture.
Yeah. Might as well be. I was like,
that's-
man, I'm holding on.
It's
to
like black
gold
market
right,
right there.
Hey, man, it
Mhm.
actually works. He's probably going to get published by Ubisoft soon.
Well, I mean, how much blacker can it get than Oliver or myself?
There you go. Right? That's the
All right.
blackest market. That market is so black.
There you go.
I can't finish that joke. The
Well,
market is
as
so
we were
black.
saying, it does take all kinds. I mean, at one point, all of us worked in the video game industry, which is crazy. That none of us basically are now. Still adjacent to it. We're still connected to it. We're still have intense love for it. But that's kind of why I was really looking forward to the study hall tonight because I still, we both. I'm losing my track here after everything that we're talking about right now, but. I mean, Ace used to buy games for us, for me and James. Oliver and I have talked about our time in the industry as well, the very little bit of journalism that I did. He has much more extensive background than I do. And then the background that I have working when I was at Microsoft as one of their vendors. Like, it's crazy to think, like, now I'm in a completely different industry, removed by like 2 years. It's wild.
I think we all were. Like, I worked for a haberdashery for over 10 years, and I think arguably a downgrading my career going to the video game retail industry, right? But I loved it. That's the point. Like, I made that sacrifice to kind of head that direction. So
hey, we've said it multiple times. That's why GameStop is not too worried about turning and burning people like gamers that come in. Because there's always more there that are passionate that think it's going to be something it's not. They bring them in and kind of beat them down. Like, I don't know if you started as a seasonal hire. I started as a seasonal hire back in the day, and they kept me on, and then I was there for 8 years.
I was part-time at my local store in Chicago on the north side, on Montrose and Central.
I think on that front, I might have been the only one of us that dodged that bullet.
The retail gaming?
Not by choice, largely because
we were never hiring when you asked.
But aside from that, I had literally been trying to get hired on at GameStop, either out in San Bernardino or up here in Bellingham, pretty much since 2001.
The thing is, Ace, if you're there every day, why would they pay you to show up?
Yeah. If you're sitting there alphabetizing the walls, you're already doing the work for them.
Like, you see this guy over here every day. Why would we want to pay him anyway? He's here every day.
He's
Matter of fact, he's buying our stuff.
It's fucked up, but he's right.
He's buying our stuff.
He's out of line, but he's right.
All right, before we jump into show and tell, because I did the segment in the beginning to kind of introduce everybody to show and tell. I don't know if the young kids these show and tell is, but I do this every day at our meeting at work, starting from the left all the way to Oliver being first. What are some of your wins this week that you'd like to share?
Hold on. Did things just break on my end? Things get weird or sound weird?
Not for me.
Oh, okay. Well, here's a great video game win for me this week. Well, it's actually 2, but it's all bundled together. So, I got to see my little cousin, my youngest cousin. He's not the baby in the family, or I'm not the baby in the family. He is, right? And he's about roughly 10 years younger than me. It's the first time I've seen him since he was a child because I got to see my aunt. And he's kind of a quiet dude and all that. And everything was all great and fine. And then he finally, like 15 minutes before they're going to leave my house, he kind of just looks over and he's like, oh, wow. He's like, man, he's like, you got a PS5 and an Xbox and a Nintendo Switch? And I was like, no. I said, I have 3 PS5s. He was like, pardon? I was like, yeah, no, I have another Xbox and I have 2 other Switches. He was like, what? And then we started really talking. Like, he's a really reserved guy. And then the second he knew that I was into games, I was like, dog, we could have been hanging out years ago.
There
And
you
I've
go.
literally not seen him since he was 5, right? The last time I saw him, he was 5 years old. He's 35 now.
Ooh.
And suddenly we just get into this huge discussion. And I'm talking about retro games. He's like, oh man, he was like, oh, it's so cool that you got your son playing games. I was like, yeah, I had to get him the little Game & Watches. He was like, yeah. He was like, not only did I get those, he was like, I got 2 of each, one to play and one to keep. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I've not spoken to this man at all. And he's doing the same things that I'm doing. One to play, one to keep, just in case it gets valuable. And we go on the conversation. He was like, yeah, we got to be out here getting this stuff. We got to get this stuff. And he was like, because you know what? They keep saying you're going to own nothing and like it. And I was like, holy shit. I don't have to teach this man anything. I was so happy.
They're aware.
Related to that, at the same time, my son was playing Super Mario Brothers. He has successfully beaten 1-2 on his own, and he has made it to 1-3.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
He's
Progress.
He's learning on his damn own. He's figuring it out. So we're waiting for him to get to that castle. And it's gonna be a tense time in my house. But he's finally he's grokking it. Now here's the cute shit he says. Right? If I hook him up with the console and he's playing, and he stops and he'll go find something else to do. But if he wants to get on the Game & Watch, he says, Mom, can I please have the little Mario? And we're like, what does he mean? So it's like, well, yes, that's the big Mario, and that's the little Mario. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? No, so it's really cute. But they're huge wins. And then 3, and then I'm done. It was just nice to play a game with Ace this week that we all loved and everyone else fucking hated. We got in there, we started playing Marvel's Avengers, and we were cracking the beans left and right. And I was like, yeah, this game was fun. Fuck the haters. They don't know what they're talking about. It's just a fun game. Especially now that they've turned all the live service stuff and everything off. And
you have everything. Yep.
Brother,
it's great.
Wait until you start getting into the build crafting and the end game.
Mm-hmm.
If you thought Attack on Titan was a rabbit hole,
yeah, I saw them damn champion points. I said, "Oh, I'm playing Diablo 3 with extra steps." I was like, "Oh, okay."
All right, Ace, what you got?
It's kind of funny because that mention of Avengers actually goes into some of my, relatively small but still rather important gaming wins this week. Firstly, I am actually one step closer to getting the platinum on Avengers.
Oh shit!
I somehow managed to get the trophy for opening the 50 strong boxes, the treasure trove trophy. I found a quick way to do that I will probably send your way so that we can do it off stream because it's a little on the rough side to do, but it can be done relatively quick.
Translation: we're gonna do some sketchy shit, huh?
Yeah.
He's like, shh, don't tell nobody.
Yeah. But see, that's what I mean about. Remember when I said like they should just be designing these trophies to play the game, and you get the trophies, not going the extra steps to get a roundabout way to get these trophies. I don't know. That's just me. Old man yells at cloud.
You're absolutely right, though. But as far as my other wins this week, this one's not necessarily gaming related, but still pretty important on my end. Recently, I've started getting back into running cross country. So, basically timing myself to see how quickly I could run either 3/4 or a full mile. And this week, in the time that it took me to run my first mile back when I started this, because I was, a little out of practice, I can now hit 1.5 miles in the 7 minutes that it used to take me to even do like 3/4.
Nice, dude.
Congrats. Okay, so you got some health goals. That's cool.
Yep.
Cool. Nick,
I don't have any wins this week, man.
Damn.
It's been a tough
anything?
week.
Come on.
No, it's like this last day. Like not to get like too down and out there, but like a friend of mine's potentially losing their job. I had another friend who get really hurt and could lose their job. I've got a couple friends that are sick. I'm actually getting ready for camping this week. I leave like late Wednesday, early Thursday. So I'll be gone this weekend. So I guess that's a win that I get.
Yeah, that's a win, dude. That's a win. Yeah.
A little minication, but I just haven't had time to game or get into anything. It's just been like head down trying to get ready. This last few days has been busy. I don't know if you know, here in town, there's a festival every Wednesday for a month called Downtown Sounds. And our beer trailer is one of the like setup things. So every Wednesday, I'm just like crunch time getting the thing set up. I'm getting this thing torn down at the end of the night. Like, it's exhausting. So like this month is just, it's always busy. So I don't have a lot of time to get into the games I want. Before stream, James was chatting to me. I was playing a little Retro Rewind. I only really have time to like play that 20 minutes at a time, get my little like cozy game fix, and then log out, go back to work or get the kid. So yeah, small win. I'm glad to be here with you guys. This is a win for the week for me, is just, being able to do this.
And that's the point of this, is to bring those wins out. It doesn't have to be anything major. You've been doing Downtown Sound this whole month, like that tall building where you guys are usually posted
the place, because our mutual friend came out to say hi to me during their lunch break. I was so sweaty. It was like 85 degrees, and I'm lugging these like half barrel kegs into our trailer, just dying. And they're like, "Oh, let me give you a hug." I'm like, "I don't know if you want to do that." Like,
let me give you a hug. You are stepping into a swamp.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We were like, why are these porta potties attached to our building?
Yeah. Look, man, at least this year they have enough porta potties. Last year, the admin team didn't have enough. Like the first few weeks were rough. Like there was a line that like wrapped around that building almost to people waiting.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's overall good experience. We start hearing the music around 4:00.
Oh yeah. I don't know who, they're not here this year, but last year there was a Queen cover band that rocked the house.
Sounds accurate.
Back. Yeah. It was really, really good.
Well, my win, it's a personal win. I think I told this to for they call it the pre-show. I paid off my car after 3 years, so the bank owe the bank shit anymore. That's right. It's all done. I got
everything's coming up Millhouse.
Yeah, I got a little extra money in my pocket. I don't know if I'll probably do 50, 30, 20 on that. Like invest half of it, 30% on something I want, and then 20% on just something down the road, like 401k or something. So it's really cool to just like go through 3 years down like $600. Now you're up $600, even though you're always down $600. So just a good mentality, a good feeling to go about that. As far as gaming wins go, I beat Gear Shifters last weekend, which is horizontal spy hunter is what I want to call that.
Really?
Yeah, with like some add-ons and built in, and that's the best way to explain that game. It's like OG Nintendo arcade spy hunter, but instead of vertical, it's horizontal. Then you upgrade your car. There's a little bit of roguelite in it, right? But it's just
the way this is going.
It's just a fun little game. I mean, it doesn't take much to finish, but it does have a difficulty spike. So, like, I think the biggest challenge you'll ever make is if you beat the game with no upgrades. That'd be the best challenge you can give to yourself. But yeah, those are my wins. I'm waiting for next couple weeks. I think next week for the Tokon release. That was a good beta. It was a really good experience playing that. What the hype was all about, and kind of seeing like the next generation of Marvel come out. But ultimately, I'm waiting for August to finish so I can jump on Onimusha. That's like my big game right now that I'm waiting for. And then when that's over, the next one is Phantom Blade Zero, because that comes out after that. That's my that's kind of like my cadence for the next couple of months. So pretty excited for those games as well. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. One final thing I want to ask you guys: have you guys done an official show and tell at school? Like, do you guys have any stories behind that?
No specific stories for me, but I definitely remember doing show and tell.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything that really stuck out. I was really into Ninja Turtles when I was a kid, so I no doubt had a show and tell with like my VHSs, my PJ set, and the fake Ninja Turtle weapons that I had. Right? I would
have totally been your friend, dude. 100%.
I remember we did have the turtle van. I did have like the sewer set, like all that stuff. Never had a Technodrome. My parents were that rich.
Yeah, this guy had a turtle van. I barely had a Ninja Turtle.
That was
So-
from the rich family side of the family. We were able to buy that for us with a pizza launcher. But yeah, no, I don't remember a specific one.
I think the blimp was
have no
expensive
doubt.
too.
Yeah, the blimp was absolutely expensive.
Oh, I
But-
absolutely remember that shit from kindergarten.
Yeah.
From kindergarten, I remember all the way back. I know exactly what I brought in. Who remembers the Simon electronic game?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Only
Child
reason I
of the
brought that
80s
shit
and
in is
90s are going to know that.
Yep.
I have a really, really sharp ass memory, Mister. I know weird ass game trivia that nobody else cares about. It's like it was already showing itself. That's all. But no,
Is it that? And it was like Bop It was the other one, right? Bop It, squeeze it.
Bop It was what, mid 90s?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
a
like
little bit
after
later, but-
Simon.
It was a while later. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get this show on the road. We're going to be doing show and tell for our artifacts and a little key marquee art here. And I'm the first one to go, and I'm going to go a little bit simple. I brought a couple things, but I'm not going to go too hard into it. Not as much as I want to. But the first one I want to share with you is a little thing from the past because it is a PC box. That's right, chat. I don't know if you remember seeing this, but this is what they call a Diablo 2 battle chest.
Yes,
Right?
sir. I know
And
that
it's-
chest quite well.
And matter of fact, this thing is fucking heavy because it's got 2 strategy guides trapped inside, and I'll open it for you guys here. But yes, I bought this, I believe, at like Comp USA.
Wow.
And I just managed to keep this in not so pristine condition. I just kind of kept it and tucked it away. I was a huge fan of Blizzard back in the day. You know, for their games, they're like just their culture. I remember like Blizzard would only release a game every 15 years, right?
Yep.
So to buy a game, you're like, I gotta get it because they won't release another one until I'm 35. You know, that's kind of how that works with the Blizzard. Now they just release whenever. So I'm gonna open this bad boy up. And what this is Diablo 2, Diablo 1, and Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction, which was the DLC expansion at the time before DLC. And inside this beautiful box is a Diablo 2 manual, which is like physical. Since we're on the talk of physical here, this is the stuff that you get with it. And this thing is like pristine. Look at this, like not even opened yet. Like,
There you go.
you know, so I kind of just bought it and I was like, I just want the game. I don't care. I was kind of a crackhead back then. So
Back then, he said.
back then, yeah, now it's 4, right? This is really cool. It's got all
Sure your ass don't mean recent?
cool.
Still? In present?
I still am. And then here's a super pristine strategy guide for Diablo 2.
Oh.
Look at that. It's like barely been opened. I mean, this thing probably has less things than GameFAQs would tell you. So you just kind of keep it for the,
Hey.
you know, the collector value of this, right? Now, here's the thing that's going to blow your mind. This game was, I think, 3 discs. This was a play disc. This was an install disc. Yes, children, there were install discs back in the day. And this was a disc specifically just for the cinematics. That is insane, right? So, Nick, as I'm going through this, how much is a battle chest for Diablo 2 physical like in the market right now for sealed?
Man, I don't know. Let's look that up. I remember for a
Triple
while
digits.
there, like, well, they were. I wish I would have like kept mine, but I remember very clearly for a while there when I was working at GameStop, we were selling them for $20 a pop.
That I
Like,
think that's
because-
what I remember. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's not bad.
by that point, it was just like, oh, it's just like you already have the first 2. Here's a little battle chest with the extras. Like rebuy it. Look, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like Borderlands or Skyrim. I like rebought it so many damn times through the years. It was the same with Diablo 2. Like I bought
Cool
the
artwork.
original, I had the expansion, then I bought the battle chest, and I bought the battle chest for a friend.
I'm
Here's,
surprised at how cheap it is these days. Like that actually surprised me. Like I'm looking at it for $50
Diablo 1.
complete in box.
Really?
Is it
Yeah.
sealed or is it just complete in box?
That's just going to be
Just
used
complete in
complete.
box.
Yeah.
Okay. So
A lot of people are getting rid of them because the codes you just tie to your account now, your Battle.net
Yeah.
account, so you don't even need any of those originals. You can reinstall at will, just because you already have the CD key attached to your account.
So here's what was really cool. Like when you bought a Blizzard item back in the day. You get the product catalog, this was kind of before, like, Amazon, before the internet got really big, right? So you get to kind of preview, like, oh man, do you have all that? That's super cool. Look at that. Yeah, Warcraft, in there. Matter of fact, speaking of Warcraft, look what's included in the battle chest: a trial edition of World of Warcraft. The first hit's free. That's usually how it works.
A little bit of heroin in there. That's nice.
That's nice. 17 million users.
Like, oh, good.
Price chart is pulled up because there's a couple. That's the battle chest variant 2, the one that you have there. New price sealed is $65.60. Not too bad.
Okay. Yeah. And that's the variant 2, because the first one is a bigger box, from what I remember.
Yeah, and there was a special edition battle chest. I think was the OG.
Yeah, the special edition one, I remember they started shrinking the battle box because StarCraft 2 even had one of these in a smaller form, right? And it was just, man, like, I wish I can kind of like convey how like heavy this is. This feels like you're buying something, right? Like, I'm buying a battle chest.
Oh yeah, you can kill some with that, man. There's some weight to it.
Oh yeah, they'd be seeing Diablo after this. Like that. So that's kind of my show and tell for that. And the other one I have to go get because it's kind of tucked away, but it's going to be worth it. So give me like 30 seconds.
Well, while he's doing that, for my memory of my first show and tell, or my one of my earliest memories of show and tell, this was first one that I could think of right offhand was when I was like 5-6 years old, and I had been just messing around with the pads of Post-it notes that my mom used to carry around a lot. So I showed up to a show and tell with a full Post-it note flip book animation, and I just like animated. Speaking of Ninja Turtles, I animated a little fight scene between Leo and Raph.
There you go.
Hell yeah. On that note of like the discs as well, I remember when we were talking about Sierra Online. Remember, Phantasmagoria had 7 install discs.
Damn.
I had to look it up as well because we talk about these discs, but let's talk about floppy disks for a moment. Beneath the Steel Sky and Discworld both had 15 floppy disks for install.
I remember
Imagine losing one of those. I love it's called Discworld. It was floppy disk install.
Right.
Dude, Fate of Atlantis was 11 discs. Floppy disk. That's crazy.
How many things are we allowed to show and tell? Just curious.
Whatever you can fit into your time. You're muted, by the way, James.
Oh no.
I said, whatever is with a timestamp on the syllabus there. Okay. But yeah, so like the other one I have here, I'll have a video for because I don't want to open it, but I guarantee you everything's in there. But
let's watch him open it on screen. This mad lad.
Like, have you guys seen one of these before?
Oh yeah, that was a special edition, right?
Yeah. So this is the clear blue PS4 Pro that was limited to 500 units. On this one, ignore the price.
That's not accurate.
It's probably higher now, but like this was, I bought it on used, but it was traded in.
You're gonna have to move it to the front because it's trying to blur it out.
Okay,
because it thinks it's a background object. Yeah. There we go.
So I was trying to.
Perfect.
Yeah, I was trying to. I actually asked the local game store if they ever get this traded in. You call me ASAP. I'll put money down or whatever, right? And they did. They knew the person to call right away to buy this. I don't think this was even on the shelf for like 20 minutes, right? So the guy traded this in. It was in mint condition. Even had the bubble wrap and everything.
Damn.
And so I was like, "Give me that. I need that." One of the things I really wanted to do, and I want to share this video, because it is the kind of like the unboxing of it, is this was like one of my dream consoles to own, right? And the initial one was a standard PlayStation 4, the gray one that kind of like paid homage to the original PlayStation. Mm-hmm. And I was not able to get that. Matter of fact, I'm still kind of salty that I couldn't get the PS5 version of that one. because I really wanted that just for, like on the wall because it's like historical, you know. It's just really cool like, as a collector and as a gamer. So this thing
That is
was,
rad.
I mean, this thing was like clear blue with like all the accessories complemented it. Even the controllers were hard to find, and I think this also had the camera included. So yeah, the one I have has exactly like this.
Not only did it have a camera, but it had a vertical stand that was the translucent blue too.
Yeah,
Is that,
yeah,
oh, that bad boy's glossy, huh?
yeah. They were going for like the PS2 look, basically.
Yeah.
Right. But and I think the embossing is like goldish, kind of like that too as well. Yeah, there's the camera right there. I think the microphone's there too.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 terabytes, by the way. One of the only few 2 terabyte PlayStation 4 Pros.
I honestly had no clue that this hardware existed until this.
Oh,
moment.
really?
This is
Oh, no.
really fucking cool.
Yeah, and then so you see that gold plate in the front? That actually tells
Yeah.
you which number of PlayStation you have. Yeah, see right there, 50,000.
Wow, that's some legit actual turbo rare shit. Like,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Yeah,
now
that's why
we're
I said-
cooking.
I saw this. I missed out on it on the official PlayStation Store, but I told my local store, and they were very so kind to be like, "Hey, we'll keep an eye out for it, and if we see it, we'll call it." And they did.
Watch out for you. They did.
Yeah.
They did you right.
They did me right. I stepped up and I bought it. You know, who knows? This is one of those items where it's either going to be like forever on the shelf or immediately gone, right? So it's like it's just one of those things. So I think it was just good timing at the time for me. So
Nowadays, the pricing, and this is sold listings, not just what people are putting up there, it's going to run you about $750. About. There was one that sold for more with a bigger delivery, but it had some extra stuff in it. But there was one that once sold for $750, one that sold for $625, and these were opened. So
okay, yeah, that's about the same as mine because it is open.
Yeah.
He just displayed the translucent stand right there, so
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Now, if you wanted to make sure that it belonged in a fucking museum, it would have PT on it. Then it would be
Oh,
worth everything.
man.
no,
How
no.
crazy would that be? You just load it up and his PT's the only game installed. You're like, what?
Like, that is, it's like, shut it off immediately. Put that shit behind glass.
No, man, I'll be playing that game with no help. That's what I would be doing. Then I'd be like, I
Fair
can't
enough.
take it anymore. It's madness. So,
No, that is
Fair
a really
enough.
crazy looking piece of hardware, though. Like, I just didn't know about this one. It completely missed me. So this is a really pleasant surprise. He, in fact, showed
Yeah, it
and
was
told.
yeah. When was the release of this, Nick? I think you had.
Oh yeah, let me put back up.
Yeah, it was super rare. As a matter of fact, if you see the preview here, it says they have really cool PlayStation Pros. Like they have that Star Wars Battlefront one right there. I in fact also have the Monster Hunter World one tucked away, and it's not opened. So if I can show you guys that after the show. But you know that's one of my prized possessions because the controller is a black and red Rathalos controller.
Oh,
Yeah, that I do remember. Yeah.
Yeah. The
Sorry, go ahead.
I would say the other the embossing on it is a Rathalos, like black and red Rathalos on the art on it too as well. I can actually pull it up as you're looking.
August 24th, 2018.
2018. So I did just start my new job where the job I have now. I just started it. So I probably bought it to celebrate. I was like, I got a new job. I got money saved up. So that's cool.
Yeah, I'm not broke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
I
best.
really wish I had the money to get that translucent Xbox Series X. I love that see-through green. My original idea for my show and tell was my Halo Xbox, OG Xbox, the see-through one. Just so much nostalgia.
I remember that. Don't you have that one that's like signed by the devs?
No, that would be my Halo 3 helmet. That's
Okay. So yes, I remember that.
I keep
this-
it by the Xbox though, so if you came up to my apartment, you probably saw that.
So this is the Monster Hunter that
Yeah.
sealed completely. Super cool.
Bad boy.
The best thing about that is that 500 million LE PS4 Pro is a 2
Yeah.
terabyte hard drive.
Right. And that was like one of the
yeah.
unique things about it. It was like, oh my God, 2 terabytes. Like I've never seen a stock PS4 Pro.
I mean,
with
that's
that.
cost that much on its own nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this was like I was like, I'm just like you, Oliver. I was like a huge fan of Monster Hunter because it was like it was kind of trapped in the handhelds, and I was like, man, to be on a console. But yeah, of course it was on PS2, but I was terrible at that game at the time. So to have it come back, because I started getting to the feel of 3 Ultimate, and I started liking it, And then World came out, and I was like, oh, PlayStation level graphics, controller. This is the game. This is the game I'm going to get into, and I think I pre-ordered this at GameStop, and they only had one, and they couldn't get any more or something like that. So I was just lucky. It's a luck of the draw sometimes. So
Right.
Uh,
My luck of the draw in that one was I was able to get the collectors of Monster Hunter World with the big dumb box. Like they only put out like 4 in my entire city, and I
yeah,
got one. Like dudes were eyeballing me. Like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take my shit to the car and go.
yeah, yep. The awkward walk to the vehicle. Yeah.
I didn't know this, but apparently, like just looking this up, I don't know what changed about it. I'm sure it was just super small stuff. But Sony said that because there was limited edition serial numbers etched on there, for the lucky few who can get them, they have a few quote extra special hardware units with serial numbers that commemorate important events in the history of PlayStation.
Oh, like the date? That'd be kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
So serial number 09995 was the US launch date of the original PlayStation. 01115 was the PS4 launch date. So I don't know if they did anything different in those boxes, but that's pretty cool that they
Yeah.
shouted it out and
Attention to
that
detail.
history.
When-
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. Yeah, I don't even want to look at the PlayStation 5 Pro anniversary console, because those things were like immediately $700.
Man, yeah.
So now the base one is
That
700,
was
900.
Oh my god, dude, that was really bad with the scalpers too when that
Oh
launched.
my dude,
Oh
it was
God,
terrible.
yeah.
It was terrible. I was like in line. I was literally like, all right, I'm ready to go, and then like sold out. I was like, come on.
Oh,
peeved at
we're looking. We're starting at $5,000, and it just goes up.
Oh.
Yes.
Ugh.
I'm looking at it right now, like, ooh. Oh, they're trying to hurt me. Oh, Lord. Oh. It's like, I think I might be having a panic attack and heart attack.
Now
Like,
the
no.
PlayStation 4 standard anniversary edition, the gray one with like the old school PlayStation logo on it. I think it's the 20th anniversary one. I wasn't able to get that either, but that's going for on eBay right now, $2,500 or so, $2,000. These are 1,000% collector items, like pieces of history that you can never get again. Which is a damn shame. I have the controller because I had bought it extra. But the console itself was just hard to find. I don't even think the local stores had one. I think the ones that I found out were like all in New York or something, because they probably got it before everybody else did. So
Man, do you know how much RAM I could buy with $5,000? One. One RAM. There you
But
go.
that's a good stick of RAM now.
That's a good
Stick around.
All right. Well, chat, that's my show and tell. I do have more down the road for you guys. You just let me know what you want to see. I got collector's editions, everything. That's it for me. Ace, what you got?
Now, considering relatively recent events, what I previously had as far as my gaming collection goes has been all but decimated. And over the last few years, it's been a bit of a trek to try and rebuild, either just finding this stuff logistically or having the money to actually purchase it. But the majority of what I've got for show and tell, again, going back to my first show and tell, as far as, well, going back to the 2 show and tells that I remember, one being, the flip book, the animation, but the second being a comic book that I had, drawn, inked, and published across my middle school.
Fucking cool.
So the majority of my show and tell is all about gaming literature. I'm in it for the artwork. I'm in it for the lore. I'm in it for the additional information outside of what you can get, on the screen. And my first exhibit, what I like to call Exhibit A, is a well-worn, well-used, and still very much loved Bam. Brady
Love
Games,
the Brady games.
Star Ocean.
Brady games, man.
Yep.
Brady games. Yes,
Now-
sir. Yes, indeed.
It was Brady or Prima. They were like the two competitors.
Those are
Well,
facts.
there were the two competitors, and then there was the third dark horse entry
Ooh.
versus books.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Final Fantasy VII versus books. I love that one.
Now, unfortunately, I don't have the versus books one, but
Okay, let's go.
I got Brady. But the main reason I busted out Star Ocean first is because, well, for starters, this is the very this is the strategy guide that I got when I first picked up the game back on release.
Look at
So
that love on. Look at that love on that strategy guide too.
Right? So I've still been able to hold on to this for, God, 20, almost 30 years now. But it's more the story that I have with this game that really ties me to it, because the first weekend I owned Star Ocean till the end of time. I was spending that weekend over at one of my friends' place. You know, we were sitting down, hanging out, having fun. You know, I was helping him babysit. And as I played through one of the earlier parts of the game, I don't know what it was, but I was having a hoot. It was a chuckle a minute. I don't know if it was just because, you know, my usual first playthrough comedy of errors or what it was, but I had an absolute blast with the game. I still do to this day. But I remember on my second playthrough, because, you know, there's multiple paths you can take in this as far as like which characters you can recruit at various points in the game. But on my second playthrough, I get to that same part. This is a section where you're in the mines and you are trying to move this, you know, you are trying to move this mine cart and this beast around as you navigate the tunnels. I'm going through this and I'm like, I hate this part of the game. Why was this so much fun? Why was I laughing so hard? And then I remember that my friend's roommates were notorious potheads. And they had gotten their hands on some rather potent leafy greens a couple days before I had gotten over there. So I'm sitting there playing this game for the first time. I'm having the time of my life. And I'm thinking back to that weekend, and I remember actually getting up to take a break. I opened the sliding glass door to the backyard, and I remember that day being a little hazy for some reason. Turns out it wasn't haze. It was secondhand smoke. Your boy got hotboxed while playing Star Ocean.
He's like, this game is so good. God, why am I hungry?
Yeah. No. That was also the weekend that I learned that I could tear through a few Domino's pizzas on my own with the right motivation.
Like, just fine. Just fine. You're like, it's like, oh, so you had a good time with that. Had a good time with what? Exactly.
Yeah.
No, you were juiced up there,
I
brother.
was gone and I didn't even know it. But yeah, that's Star Ocean for you. But again, you know, even over the course of my multiple playthroughs afterward, you know, when I was still sober, again, just, you know, as I go back and read through this and just remember the different parts of the game where I had played through on purpose without looking into the strategy guide, but then as soon as I complete it, I go back and it's like, oh, this is what I missed, or oh, I remember that, or oh, these are the stats I needed. But it was, it's like having those memories. It's like having those memories in print. Oh, and also, Speaking of game FAQs, look, y'all. Back then, I was also playing a whole hell of a lot of Soul Calibur 3.
Oof. Damn, PS2. Oof. Soul Calibur 3. What was the name of the homie with the scythe? I forget.
Zaslamel?
Yeah, fuck him.
But yeah, this right here, I went ahead and I printed up the choices that you would need to make during the story mode in order to get the different paths and in order to go through in order to get to the true endings for each of the characters.
This man is out here printing game facts. Okay. Yeah. He's
You
like,
know
yes. See, they don't know about GameFAQs royalty from back in the day. Like, that's where you went. Like, when we stopped getting strategy guides, right? Because a company may not be interested in making a strategy guide, GameFAQs was there for you. And boy, we saw a lot of weird assy art back in our day. It's like, oh God, you guys are fucking creative.
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of which, continuing our trip through Ace's gaming library, of course, we got to take it back here.
There you go.
The first one, the number one, the Primo. Bang. Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, this isn't the original copy that I have, but please, 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 please make sure to support your local game shops, because those are treasure troves. Those are social institutions that we do not want to lose, especially not to the looming all digital future. Yeah.
Yep.
But a lot of my memories with Final Fantasy VII, I've recounted numerous times in detail, especially over the course of the last time I had spent playing through this on Steam, and of course, playing it modded with all the nice modern day bells and whistles. But since we're talking streaming, though, I guess this is what folks might call a questionable collectible. As close to it as I can get. But anyone remember a little title called X-Men Destiny?
I was hoping it was one of your statues from Stellar Blade.
Nice wish, brother. Too broke. But X-Men Destiny was a game that, with all of the information that was coming out about, this being one of those games where you could actually, customize your own character, it had a lot of potential in its development. When it released, it kind of fell disastrously short. But the amount of fun that I still had with X-Men Destiny, I mean, if you take a look through my YouTube channel and you go all the way back, I mean, the earliest 2012, 2013, back when I still had a Roxio game capture. This right here was the first game that I had ever made YouTube content for.
That's funny, because I think I had one too. I think I did a playthrough with it myself.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, I still go back to it every so often just to sit down and play. And it's like, yeah, there was something here. But, it's like, it's like before you even get off the starting line, when you're getting ready to run that track, the starting gun is shooting you in the foot. Now, for more interesting library tidbits, aside from strategy guides, I am also very, very big on collecting art books wherever I can.
Nice.
Because I'm into character design. I like picking up artwork and finding what I like from it and seeing how I can weave it into my own style. And two games that have spectacular artwork and character designs. One which is relatively common, the other not so much. The first, Booyah!
Cool. Is that from the special edition?
Yep. itty bitty DMC4 art book. Barely been opened in like the years since I first grabbed this thing.
I didn't even know that thing existed.
But yeah, this right here takes up a nice little spot of honor in my library. The same with the Atlas published, Softmax developed. Nick, you did mention Stellar Blade earlier.
Nice.
Yeah.
Magna
Here's one.
Carta.
The thirsty art book on the wall.
Speaking of, I still do have a physical copy of this game sitting in my little CD folder.
You
No
mean
fucking
this
shit.
guy right here?
Yeah.
Booyah! That's the
Yeah,
one.
look at
That's
that.
the one.
Yeah.
And it came with
Woo.
this. So
I'm afraid
Physical-
to open it.
right, you open up that box, you open up the case. This comes in there along with the game and the instruction manual. And this is both the art book and the strategy guide for the early portions of the game. So you get the chance to
Look at that art.
get the chance
So
to take a look
sick.
through not just the character designs, but some of the monster designs in there as well. And when this game had come out and when I had picked this up, I was already following Hyung Tae Kim as an artist. So I had taken a look at the earlier Magna Carta games and his artwork from War of Genesis and the fan artwork that he did for Soul Calibur 2. So seeing this game actually come out in the States, like that was something I had to snatch up, just period, point blank. There was no way I was passing it up.
You know, here's a fun fact about GQ, how stupid he is. I was like, when I found out that Magna Carta artist was Korean, I was like, Koreans draw anime? Like, that's how stupid I was.
Brother, I was right there with you. All right.
That
Now,
was it.
now, two last little bits because I'm pretty sure I'm running close to time here. As a follow-up to Magna Carta Tears of Blood, Xbox 360 era, right? Started picking up a couple of games, a couple of decent JRPGs I had found, like Tales of Vesperia, like the 99 Nights action RPGs. But then came this.
Ooh, let's go.
Now, of course, the physical release didn't have the art book or the strategy guide in a limited edition case, but I still needed to make sure that I picked up the strategy guide because, again, the game's mechanics, its traversal was so unique that I wanted to do a blind run, but then just like the Star Ocean, I take a peek back in this and go, okay, what I miss? What could I do to optimize how I play it as I move through the game? So the strategy guides were definitely great, not just for reference, but also for artistic reference as well. And last but not least, with Onimusha Way of the Sword coming up in a couple of months,
Go on.
the moment that I saw this particular bad boy over at our local game store, make sure you support them, I was like, oh, neat. That's the strategy guide for Onimusha 3, right? But no, it wasn't just the strategy guide for Onimusha 3.
Oh,
It was the limited edition hardcover bad boy. Let me crack
let's
this
go.
open for you. Let me learn.
Man, I remember those Brady games.
Dude,
strategy guide
they were
releases.
quality. They were
'Cause
quality.
They
This
were
one-
quality, but that outer box would just get ripped so badly on
Yeah.
the shelf.
Yeah, but yeah, this bad boy also comes with the art book,
So cool.
Yeah.
and I managed to snag this for $350.
You know what's not fun? I love strategy guides hardcover. It's just like it adds a little bit of elegance to your gaming collection, folks.
Oh, absolutely.
But what I don't like about it is when you're moving, that shit is heavier than your gaming collection. It's not great. Not great.
Yeah.
No, it's a workout.
I'd have to write books on the box. They didn't know it was strategy guides.
yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna do it as far as my show and tell. Just a lot of great memories wrapped up in the literature that I found for these games and the literature that I have been able to find as I've been, rebuilding my library.
Is
Speaking
there-
of rebuilding the library, one more thing. I know I yanked it up here.
Yikes! Not on stream, bud.
Yeah, don't forget.
No show and tell for that. Oh, okay, cool.
Dynasty Warriors. Wait, hold on. Do you not, or was there never a Dynasty Warriors strategy guide for any of the games? Because I feel like you should have all of them.
There was not a Dynasty Warriors strategy guide.
He doesn't need it anyway.
However-
It's all up here.
That's
Well,
true. He is the guide.
It's up here. It's on Game FAQs, and there was an issue of tips and tricks
Tips and tricks. Okay.
that had the 4th weapon guides for Dynasty Warriors 4.
Okay.
Now, if I find that one, oh yeah, I'm framing it. I'm framing it.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Cool. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's it for me.
I love it.
Right.
Nick, you're gonna tell me you have the Mass Effect trilogy strategy guide, right? Is that what it is?
No.
Did all
Look,
3 of them come in a hardcover?
No, I didn't have the strategy guides for them. I had the strategy guide for the first game, but not the other 2. I by that point, I didn't really need them. The internet had given me everything I needed as far as walkthroughs by that time. I mean, come on, man. It was 2008 when the first one came out. The internet definitely existed. No, I didn't. I bought the collector's editions of the Mass Effect games, though. Like, I had to have. So, when we're talking about show and tell, a lot of people who are my friends or who have followed me know that I have a huge addiction with steelbooks. I bought games just for their steelbooks, even games that I don't play because I love the steelbooks so badly. Right now, all my steelbooks are packed up. We had to put down the shelving unit because my daughter's starting to climb now and walk around, and we'll pull that right off the damn wall. I couldn't anchor it with where it is, and with their small apartment, I've got limited space. So that's all boxed up right now. So what I did instead for show and tell is kind of a little conversation piece. The first one being, we've talked at length about how much we love physical games and where the industry has gone. We've talked about that for weeks on end. So for my show and tell, I wanted to share one of my favorite collector's editions because of the value that you get out of it, that I feel you don't get anymore, and that's something that's special to me because it's a series that I love. So I have the Yakuza 6 Song of Life Collector's Edition.
Yes.
What people may not know about this one in particular is that it came with 2 bar glasses inside of this. So inside is an even smaller box with glasses that are whiskey glasses, still in the styrofoam, the OG styrofoam here, barely ripped.
That's the most expensive part.
They were laser etched.
The styrofoam is the most expensive part.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
no, that's
they're
powerful
laser
foam.
etched with Kiryu's dragon tattoo on it,
That is
which is
so
really cool.
badass.
Right about this time when this game came out, I was starting to get really into bourbons and whiskeys and scotches with friends. So this was like a sweet kind of like bonus collector's edition that I could get for something that I was taking an interest in.
Heck, I could do root beer on the rocks with those.
Absolutely, including the 2 Tatami Mat coasters that came with it. It also came with 2 ice stones in it too, which I still haven't even opened this, as well as the game itself. But all of that said, the main reason why I wanted to shut this out, and one of the reasons I still really love this thing, is that when this launched, all of the stuff you got with the game, this really cool extra stuff, which if you play the games, you know that drinking whiskey and it's definitely part of it. It cost $80. You got the collector's edition with all of this stuff for $80 when it released. The Yakuza series was always one where I could buy the collector's edition and I wasn't breaking the bank. It was, $10, $20 more than the standard.
Sega's really good at that.
Right. Not so much anymore. I mean, I bought the Kiwami releases when they came with the steelbooks. Those were really cool, and that wasn't much extra, which was awesome. But yeah, man, it's just, we feel like we've lost the value. We don't get a lot of physical releases or collector's editions that are in this price point anymore. And it was a series that I had followed for a long time, and it was kind of its endpoint with its story, right? So I really wanted to show that off. I thought it was something really cool, maybe a little something we can talk about at some point, just about where value's gone. But that's just something that I really, really love. I got to go, boys. Apologize.
All right, man.
No problem, Chief.
Yep. Go do your thing. All right, Oliver. I'm looking up the price for that collector's edition. See what it is now.
Give me just a hot second.
Was that Yakuza 0 or 6?
No, that was 6.
It was 6.
6. There's so many Yakuzas. The premium edition. Okay. After hours premium edition.
Basically, everyone brought some serious fucking thunder to the table. They did. Everyone's brought some really good shit for show and tell. So I got to bring even more thunder, right? But fuck the thunder. I got to bring the lightning. All right. So gather around, kids, because for many of you, some of the things I'm going to show you, I have 4 things to show. I guarantee you that some of these literally are older than you. And,
Big unk energy.
Right? Big dog, big nuts. So let's start here. Now, I love that Ace busted out the strategy guides. I love that because strategy guides are such an important part of our history as gamers. We didn't have the fucking internet, man. Like, all we had was our boys who may or may not have had the game that we were playing at the time.
Listen,
right?
Trying to get a hold of the freaking rainbow. It's like trying to get everything out of the rainbow shell that you could.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Nintendo Power came in clutch.
That's the way it was. So, we're going to start here. Now, the first 3 things I'm going to show you here are originals. These are not things that I went and repurchased. I've literally owned them since the moment that they came into existence. So, Ace knows how much I love Persona. So, here is the original Revelations Persona before it became Shin Megami Tensei Persona. This is how it released in the States. This is the same copy I've had since I was 14 years old. It is still playable. It is complete in box. Just the way it is. But wait, there's more. Oh shit. I have the strategy guide to go along with it. Because this game will bust your ass is what it will do, okay? Y'all don't know about hard games. They don't know about hard games. But Persona is so important to me as a person, as remember, I played this shit at 14 years old, and I came from a very religious household, right? So, I mean, if you look at it, Persona is basically just pure unbridled blasphemy.
That goes without saying.
They're like, boy, it's gonna get your ass in trouble. But no, I was playing this, and you know, it's funny because I have my brother to thank for this, just because he got so interested in it. Like it was a weekend rental for him from Blockbuster, and then I started playing it, and I got introduced to so many brand new ideas. It introduced me to psychology. It introduced me to all kinds of world mythology and folklore that I just literally never fucking heard anything about, right? Like, all I'm saying is when you coming up and it's the 1980s and going into the 1990s, the only thing you really learned about was, okay, American history, Greek mythology, and if you're a Christian, you learned about the Bible. That basically covers it. And so a lot of this other stuff was just really completely foreign to me. But it drew me in because it took the time to explain, oh, hey, and this is where this particular thing is from, and this is where this is from. And so much of my affection for storytelling, I can trace all the way back to Persona. And unbeknownst to me, at that point in time, that was my first exposure to the Cthulhu mythos in a major way. So when did this drop? 96? 95, 96?
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere around there. Now, moving on, you know, a few years later, you know, I play that stuff and I get this really strong foundation, but I'm growing up and I'm getting older and I need to know, you know, new things. I need to learn new things coming into my young adulthood, you know, and in the year that I turned 18, they finally put out a sequel with Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. Oh, wait. I also have the fucking strategy guide for that too.
All right, hold on. Oliver, before you move on, I'm going to tell the chat how much those artifacts you're holding in your hands right now. So
that's what people don't understand.
Yeah,
Yep.
Persona 1. And do you have the manual in there?
Oh, of course I do. They're
Yeah,
complete.
of course.
I-
How
I
dare
don't
I
play.
question?
Daddy
Um,
don't play. Right here in my hands. Tell him the price, Daddy.
Okay, so Persona, the game he's holding in his hand right now, $486 for just the game and the box and the manual, right? That strategy guide itself, if you have the poster that was included in there, it would have been almost $200. But for just the strategy guide, $133 just for that book. And I'll look up Persona 2 right now, but he has $600 in his hands right now, which was when you bought it was probably like $70 total, right? At the time. Yeah. So this is what I mean when we say buy physical. Like, this is stuff that gains value over time. Let me look up Persona 2.
Persona 2 is even crazier.
Yeah.
This is all going to come in over $1,000 that you're looking at on screen right now in 2 PlayStation games. See it. See, he's laughing. He's like, "Oh no!" Like, yes.
I think this one's even more rare. Yeah.
And
Is that
bear in
Elegant
mind,
Punishment?
This does have the demo disc with it.
I'm just like, that's the price. Holy crap!
Because this has a bonus disc that actually has kind of an anime trailer and interview with the director and art director. That's what comes in Persona 2. Yeah.
Okay, so Persona 2, the game complete, same thing, $470 for the game. Persona 2 strategy guide, right around $100 for a decent one. So that's I'm close to $600 again worth of gaming artifacts. He has $1,200 worth of video game value in his hand, and it's just 2 games and two books. Yeah, that's just 2 games and 2 books, guys. Over $1,000 already.
And
Crazy.
the moral of the story is, Oliver has immaculate taste. You fucking heathens.
Yeah.
You uncultured swine.
Yep. Plebes.
No. And of course, in that same year, and this is the one that will always makes Ace happy. It always makes Ace happy. Same year.
Go ahead.
There you go. Because we can't go nowhere without the goat.
Go on.
The goat that they just keep leaving behind, and we keep looking at Square going, what the hell y'all doing? Vagrant Story. There you go. But wait, what am I going to say? What am I about to say?
Written by Dan Burlew himself.
Bam! Right there. This is goated. This is Square.
Now wait a minute. That the Vagrant Story and the strategy guide there for it. Oh, that came out like. Wait, no, it was still a couple of years before Final Fantasy IX and the whole play online thing. But I do have the strategy guide for that one as well.
But yes, Squaresoft, one of the final, near to the end of Squaresoft's life releases. Mm-hmm. So these games I have dropped so many hours into over the course of my life. It's basically just what I said. Just Persona is really, 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 really fucking important to me, and Vagrant Story has been very important to me, and I commit to my hobby. And again, to know that, going all the way back to the original Persona at 14 years old, that's literally a 30-year-old disc that still plays, right? And even if you jump forward 4 more years, right? It's a 26-year-old game. 2 of those games are 26 years old.
And yet there are people talking about disc rot.
They're talking about disc rot, and it's like, yeah, if you keep your shit in shitty condition. Now, I have 2 more items that I'd love to show. They're not particularly valuable. Well, value is subjective. But here's what we're going to do.
By the way, chat, Vagrant Story is $124 with the box and manual. Still good.
Now, this, I assure you, is worth nothing. It's worth nothing to no one, but it's worth plenty to me. So, in 2003, I made one of the best gaming decisions I ever made in my life. Because I could not have my son without it. So, I bought a PC just to play Star Wars Galaxies.
That's cool.
And Empire Divided when it came out.
Heck yeah.
And these collector's boxes were a bit of a pain to get. I actually have 2 of them. I have mine I have the one that I got my wife, and it is an incredible one. Since I have two, I can just show you stuff, and I can go and take that out.
But by the way,
it-
these PC collectible boxes were amazing. I had one for
They're
Warcraft 3. It was great.
massive. This is Unbroken Spine.
Yeah.
From Pencil to Pixel, the art of Star Wars Galaxies. I could bust out the other one and actually kind of show you. It's like a ton of concept art, but everything that came in it is just so cool. Obviously, you've got the game.
You got a figure? Oh man.
A pewter figure.
That is
a rebellion
awesome.
button. And here's how fat this instruction manual is, just so you can understand. It's a chunker. It's a chunker, but it's signed by the entire dev team.
Sweet.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like foil too.
Mm-hmm.
And it also comes with a sewable patch.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's rad.
And it's because of this game that I would end up meeting my wife, and she moves here, and we decide, oh, let's go ahead and make us a people. Let's make a people, and here we are. And so for me, it's really just always cool to look back in time and just go like, oh man, that was 23 years ago I was playing that, and the game is still a masterpiece. Now, one thing I wanted to show here is I'm so sad that Nick couldn't hang around to see this one, because this one is this is a rare. It's a big one. It's not yet accumulated value because it hasn't been out too long. But let's go back to that Persona thing for a second. So it took about 2 years almost 2 years from the time I ordered it for the time for it to be shipped to my door. So I watched my kid grow up. At the time, I was like, yes, this is a great deal. But I can tell you that the one I have here is one of about 3,400 on the planet. This is it. So it is the big ass, and I do mean big because this is a chunker. It's the big ass C's edition of Persona 3 Portable for the PS4. It looks like a briefcase. It is all magnetic. But when I open this, I'm just saying, prepare to be amazed, because
It's a
this
baby.
particular build comes with its own
God.
authentic evoker.
That is fire.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what is this thing called? I gotta look this up.
Persona 3 Portable Limited Run.
Oh, okay.
And-
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
And yes, mine is 2,462 of 3,440. Right? So they really only made a couple of these. But wait, there's more. Let me just.
There's more.
There's more.
On the last sold on this was $800. Sick.
I only paid like 200.
I know, it's quadrupled. That's awesome.
Additionally, it comes with a shadow box
That's so sick.
of the all-out attack.
Oh, that's nice.
That's so cool.
And this is what's really important. So this is still all completely sealed. It is shaped. The box is shaped like a grimoire, right? Of the portable version of Persona 3 Portable for the PS4, which does not have a physical print. You can't just be like, "Oh, I'll go pick up Persona 3 Portable for the PS4." No, it was digital or.
Yo, so you're
limited
saying
run.
there's a PS4 disc in there that says PS3 but portable or PSP portable?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
And of course, it comes with full soundtrack. And there's just so much. It's the box that keeps giving. You're just like, oh dear God, you guys wanted to hook it up. All right, now I gotta pull up underneath this. And when I say there's more, it comes with its official C's armband. So you get to be one of the club. And it comes with a Gecko Kanai patch to put on your jacket. And it comes...
And then...
it comes with tarot cards.
Yo!
Yep. Comes with its own stack of tarot cards. based off of what they do in the series. God, am I missing anything here? Because this box just kind of fucking keeps going. It does. It just keeps going. And I took the time to get this because, you know, I still have all my original versions of Persona 3 that released. The second that shit dropped. And at this point, I was now with my wife. We were dating. I was like, oh no, that's a non-negotiable. I'm getting that. I don't care if Jesus is coming back. I'm playing that. Right? So when that came around, I grabbed that, and obviously I played through the festival. I've just stuck with Persona this entire time since I was a 14-year-old. And the bigger picture that I hope that people take away is that when it comes to these games, and when we showed you these things, at least from my point of view, I didn't show you just some random crap I collected you. I showed you time. And time is a very important thing that I think we all have a tendency to forget. But I showed you a period of time. I literally, in a manner of speaking, just goofy. Let's just goofy thought experiment. We time traveled tonight with some of this older stuff.
Yeah, we did.
I brought you something from 30 years in the past that you can still use and utilize now. Like every little detail, the font choices, how Atlas was representing themselves as a company. The fact that I'm showing you a game from Squaresoft. Squaresoft doesn't even fucking exist anymore, man.
Nope. Shadow of its
They're
former self.
gone. It's a shadow of its former self. And so being able to show you these things is such a treat. And it's such a joy to bring them out because I'm not holding on to these things because they're valuable or they're appreciating in value so I can turn around and flip it. No, I'm holding on to these things because I believe that they're valuable. By the way, this evoker does light up.
Cool.
just in case you want to know.
I'm surprised that's not on your wall or something, like hung up.
No, I got this specifically, and this is where I'm just a corny bitch. Okay, like I'm corny, but that's fine. I was born on the cob. I got these things for my son
Oh, neat.
because if something happens to me, right? What was my dad interested in? What were the things that he liked? What did he care about? Why did he care about them? He can break these things out at any time, and we can make that connection that goes beyond time and goes beyond death. Go experience the thing that I experienced, and that way you will know me that much more better.
Yeah, literally, and actually, like a timepiece, like the Persona games, like
Bingo.
you can those man. Even if they reprinted that, it wouldn't be the same. That's
It would not be the same.
that is your copy that you owned when you were a kid. That's like special.
Right.
That's cool. Since everyone's bringing out Persona stuff, I don't have a lot of Persona stuff, but I will bring you something that I found in the coffers, the gaming vault. And you guys remember Persona Q?
Yes, sir. Persona Q Labyrinth.
Yeah, this one is it's not Persona Q, but instead, is this guy. I don't know if you guys remember seeing this in the store. This is a 3DS.
Yes, I do remember that actually.
So chat, if you guys have ever seen the Persona Q 3DS, here it is. One of the I had just like the gray 3DS, then I saw this, I bought this, and this had to be the one that I wanted to keep and play. But man, the price on this is insane. I still have the box because I love keeping boxes to all my stuff. And to have a complete price of this with box and manual and all that crazy stuff in it is about $550 for a 3DS these days. It's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, but this itself is $265. So the stuff that comes with it is almost the same price as the unit itself, so which is pretty crazy. But yeah, keep your Persona stuff.
Yeah, keep your Persona stuff and keep your Shin Megami Tensei stuff. I literally have a box over here right now off screen that is easily 70% just Shin Megami Tensei. Like, if I just start busting it out, just you know what? Here, let's do the flash.
Oh, here we go.
Because let me make the boss crazy. Let's make everyone crazy when it's like, oh, Oliver's into Shin Megami Tensei. Yes, but
Yes, I am.
yes, but you know what? Let me just do this fun one because we talked about this off camera. Here's for the young folks: original Final Fantasy, NES, complete in box, all of it, right
I
down to the
need that.
registration cards. Right? It's like whoa! It's got the
Spencer,
original. It's got the
Spencer
styrofoam
registration
in it.
cards. That's crazy.
Registration cards. It's got the styrofoam. This is it. This is goated right here. But let's look at OBC's SMT and Persona loadout. So here's 2 copies of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. So that's SMT3. Oh,
Sealed, by the
Persona
way.
4. Here's Persona 4. Oh, here we go. Here's Persona 3, original release. All these are, well, as original as you can get. Where's the other guy? Oh, I dropped it. There we go. Here's the fun one. Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2. And 2 in particular is super hard to get your hands on.
Mhm.
It is turbo fucking rare. But just for funsies. Oh, look. Here's the Persona remake that came out on PSP.
It's so cool.
That was completely redone and relocalized. And includes content that got cut from the original version of Persona that can only be accessed with a Game Shark.
Oh, weird.
That's fun. Yeah.
Like locked hard behind coding.
It was locked hard behind coding because they couldn't finish in time. So it's like you can play it, but it's all in Japanese and weird. Oh, look. Bam. Persona 2 Innocent Sin, the missing game as far as Persona goes for people in the United States. And the only way we got it was with the PSP re-release.
Was hold on. The Persona 2 on the PSP, is that different than the Persona 2 on your PlayStation?
Yes, it is. See, Persona 2 is a duology, right? And this is Persona 2 Innocent Sin is the first half of that story. And basically what happens is everything that happens in this game gets effectively a big-ass do-over and becomes the events of Eternal Punishment, where basically our heroes, they flub it hard. They drop the damn ball. World gets destroyed. Philemon is like, I can fix this shit, but you guys have to forget each other, and if you motherfuckers ever meet again, the same shit's gonna happen. And basically he's gonna multiverse of madness, right? He's gonna MCU this shit and split it off into different realities. One character goes, I will forget.
Flashpoint.
He goes, I won't. That's what happens. He goes, I won't. And so you're playing through Eternal Punishment from a different character amongst that group. And everyone's like, this all feels like deja vu and familiar. And it all kind of comes together. So no, to get the complete story, you have to have both. And we didn't get it until, for some reason, they skipped the first game and just gave us Eternal Punishment in the United States. And then, God, I'm not even sure when the release date on this was. I want to say it was like maybe 2011 or so. But I still haven't gotten...
All I gotta say is Persona games hold their value, if not increased value, so well. That's a really good series to invest in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then let's get into SMT. Let's get into SMT proper. So what I am holding right here in my hand is Shin Megami Tensei for the Super Famicom. Complete in box. The real deal, the genuine article, the first game for most people that started it all. And then, what do I have here in my hand? Oh shit, wait. I have Shin Megami Tensei 2 for the Super Famicom, complete in box.
Looks like you're holding VHS tapes, which is hilarious.
Yeah, right. they really have a weird box. Oh, wait, what do I have in hand here? Shin Megami Tensei If for the Super Famicom. For those that don't know, this is the reason Persona exists. Because it's what if the nuclear war that happened in the original SMT hadn't happened. And it follows a high schooler, a female protagonist, and they were like, actually, this shit is kind of cool, just having regular kids run around doing kid shit. And that's where Persona was born. So it starts here, and the main girl in here is just localized. Her name is Tammy. She actually cameos throughout the Persona games in some way, shape, or form. But wait,
There's more.
there's more, because I can't go all the way up to I've got SMT3 without having the very difficult to get your hands on 3DS never left the platform Shin Megami Tensei 4 that comes with a damn strategy guide, because this game will beat your ass. It will beat you so badly. It will beat you in ways that you were not aware you could be beaten. It's super, super, super goofy. It's a pure nonsense. I think that basically covers my SMT collection. And I showed this to Ace just the other day, but this is just a small little bit here. But this one was just really personally meaningful to me. It was when I knew that I wanted to be working in games in some capacity. Same thing. I was about 14 years old. RPG Maker for the PlayStation, complete in box.
I remember
And-
seeing that. So cool.
And this bad boy was actually a part of a Maker series by Age Tech. So there's a Fighter Maker. Ace, did you ever see that?
I remember Fighter Maker. Yep.
And for the homies that don't know, RPG Maker ships on one disc, but this beast comes with not one, but 2 damn manuals. And you need to read all of this. The tiniest thing. It was when I first started getting real, genuine respect for game developers. Was when I realized that the amount of work it takes to get a character to walk up and open a fucking door,
Yep.
you're gonna be there for a while. You're gonna be there for, and no, there's just I still have more shit in this box, but it's not really tied into that other stuff. The point is this: I showed you a lot of history. The history of games is very, very, very important to me, because we will never design better things if we don't understand why these guys designed things the way that they did in the first place. And so much of this comes down to just straight up limitation and creativity and trying their damn hardest to get their ideas across. And sometimes we come across just such beautiful, almost impossible to replicate expressions of creativity. I'm grateful for the time that I got to have being in the industry in any capacity. I just love seeing how people are thinking, and I love seeing what they have to say, right? And I love that they're showing me, hey, here's how I kind of view the world, and here's some certain aspects of that I think should be looked at or talked about or criticized or whatever it is that they're doing. I just love participating in that process. And so for me, that's what collection really means. I don't buy every single game or every single thing that comes out. But when something really catches my damn eye, consider it caught. It just snatched my eye right out of my head.
Yeah.
And it's just Persona and SMT have always done that for me. They're just so great. They really opened my mind up to new ideas. And I think that's the thing that gives me the most amount of appreciation, more than anything else. And it just goes back to that one throwaway rental from my big brother. And next thing you know, man, I'm out here fighting demons in the streets with a Glock. You're like, click clack, like, oh, I guess like you fucked around with the wrong high schoolers. But you know,
I guess we're doing this.
and looking at the consequences and the different paths and things like that. And so that's what I wanted to share for show and tell was the how I met my wife and the games that helped me to take a step back, and just question what I'm even looking at in the first place. Which is a skill I hope other people learn.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Chad, if you have a show and tell, put it in our Discord. I'd love to see Andre's, show and tell. Jago's, if you have a show and tell. I know you guys are
show us some shit.
There. Yeah, show us some stuff.
We want to know.
Yeah, that's so fun. That's super fun stuff to learn about our audience and learn about our our community. This is stuff that like basically teaches us about the history of gaming when it came out. These are timepieces, right? And also history of us here at Gaming Academy. Uh, especially if you have the original copy that had since you were a kid. I think that's super cool. I wish I still had all my Nintendo stuff because I feel like my Nintendo collection really showed you what kind of gamer I was as a kid. Now I have to try to collect my thoughts and be like, oh, these are the games I had for my Nintendo, right? And I can tell you right now, the first game I had was not Mario Brothers. It was actually Gauntlet. And it was the bootleg one. It was a Tengen one too.
Right.
So that's to me, my first experience with Nintendo was a bootleg cartridge, and I didn't even know it was bootleg until later on. So yeah, see, exactly. And by the way, I thought that disc design was way cooler
Than the classic gray card.
than the classic one, but it was a bitch to get out of the console when it was stuck inside, from what I remember.
And
But yeah.
by the way, see, this is what he means when he talks about the history. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind this. This cartridge right here, kids, this bootleg version of Gauntlet. First and foremost, see, this is why I'm the historian. Tengen is actually an imprint of Atari. Atari didn't want to pay Nintendo's fees. They were like, kiss our ass. That was it. They were like, that's kind of expensive. Nintendo was like, take it or leave it. They said, we're going to leave it. We're going to go find a way. So these black cartridges, there are exactly 20. There are 20 black NES cartridges that were done by Atari / Tengen in this time.
Mhm.
Basically, they found a way to bypass the what was it called? Something 10. Is it just called the NES 10 lockout chip? Is basically it's basically the DRM for the NES.
Oh, see, Nintendo been doing this forever, guys.
Yeah, there's an actual DRM on a regular NES, and they found a way around it. Now, here's why this cartridge does not work on bootleg NESs. It does not matter when you made it. It does not work. It scrambles the code up something fierce. And it's because those bootleg NESs don't have the DRM on them. So when you take this cartridge and drop that in there, it's trying to do a security handshake for a chip that's not there.
Yeah.
And it promptly causes it to freak the hell out.
Are you referring to like the Retrobyte consoles, like those consoles?
The Retrobyte, Hyperkin,
Okay,
anything.
yeah, okay.
If it is not an official NES, this will not work.
Gotcha.
It's one of those crazy things.
That's good because
It's nuts.
I know like the Super Nintendo ones had like if you had an FX chip in it, those don't work on those consoles either because it's looking for a Super Nintendo to power it, right? So those games do not work on retro emulated consoles as well. That's what I remember from the store.
No, that's basically the score. And the reason that there are 20 of these is that Nintendo fucking sued them. They lost. They absolutely lost. So tracking these down can be spotty. But finding an original actual NES authorized version of Gauntlet, I believe, is more valuable than this one.
Wasn't the authorized one like not from Tengen but from Mindscape, I think, or was that Gauntlet 2?
I'm not sure. Let's find out.
NES card. Okay, it was still Tengen, but Gauntlet 2, I think, was made by somebody else.
Yeah, as far as Gauntlet 2, I'm pretty sure was made by somebody else. Yes, you're right. I'm looking at that right
Holy
now.
crap! How do I remember this?
Yeah, it's literally Gauntlet 2 was made by Mindscape.
Yep, autistic brain. I don't remember what I had last week, but I remember Mindscape made Gauntlet 2. Crazy.
Well, wow. This actual bootleg, if you find it complete in box, it's like $100.
That's so cool.
Factory sealed, damn near 200. Like, no, there's just really, really crazy little interesting things like that. And I'm fortunate that I still have some of this stuff from my childhood because I just knew that it was going to be important to me. I mean, just hell. There's just so many games like Shadowgate, right? And Deja Vu and the Uninvited.
Shadowrun. too, like for Super
Whew,
Nintendo.
fucking
Super
Shadowrun
Nintendo,
for the. No,
you know.
we don't play that game. We don't play that game. Only real men. Real men play Shadowrun on the Genesis. We will
Oh
fight
yeah,
about
you're
this.
right. I think that was one of those games that were better on the Genesis. Like Mortal Kombat was better on Genesis.
Mhm.
Shadow One's definitely better on Genesis.
Oh
It
man,
performed better.
Shadowrun on. I literally streamed it. I streamed it not too long ago. People lost their minds. They're like, "Yo," I was like, "Yeah, this is where I learned most computer shit." My
Oh
wife
yeah,
was like,
that was the time.
My wife said, "Pardon?" I was like, "I'm not fucking kidding. I learned more about computers from playing Shadowrun the Genesis than anything else up to that point." I was like, "Oh yeah, so I'm just gonna go over here to this system access node, and we're gonna go over here. Oh look, there's just cameras and just shutting shit down." No, I was making cheddar. I was Matrix runs all day, every day. Yes,
What
sir.
did you stream the haunting for the folks interested?
I
Or?
need to. I really need
Right?
to.
Poltergeist. Gotta
I
have.
love it, dude.
Haunting Star Poltergeist. I gotta get
I'm
up on
in.
that just so people are like, "That's so weird." It's like
It's so
I
cool.
know.
Like there's very few games that like show personality like in that era, and Poltergeist was definitely like full of personality. The art, the music, it was just so fun. You know, it's a video game as video game. That's what I call it.
Poltergeist,
like-
Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and Rock and
Yeah,
Roll Racing.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Yep, super cool. Like the
Wait,
artwork
wait.
is all good.
Let's not leave a homie out. Do not leave out Mutant League Football.
Yes.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, don't even start with that, dude.
Yes.
I fucking hate football, and I love Mutant League
Okay,
Football.
hold on.
I'm like,
I will raise you. Have you ever played Pigskin?
no.
I will put it on the screen right now for you,
Okay,
sir.
let's see.
I think you will love it. I will put a video up.
Learn these people what peak looks like.
Learn me
It is-
something. I want to know.
They call it Pigskin Foot Brawl.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it is rugby technically, not football, but man, it is fun. I mean, try to find a video without some guy talking over the gameplay.
So what you're really saying is it's a game where someone's ass is getting beat. It's just
Not
a
only-
question of how.
Not only that, they're in the theme of Vikings. And the art is made by Brian F. Collin, which is the same artist as Rampage. So it's like a win-win for everything. All right, I put it on the screen right now.
There
for
we
you
go.
guys.
Yeah.
This thing is awesome.
Oh
Hello
yeah,
and
you
welcome
can tell
to
that's
another
his art.
edition of MT.
Yeah. So this was only on the Genesis, by the way. This was not on Super Nintendo. And I was so sad. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to buy a Genesis specifically for this game. And if you notice, this game is basically the football version of Arch Rivals.
Mhm.
So, like, but this,
That makes complete sense.
yeah, this game
You
has
sold it.
this was it, man. Like I was like you know how we say we don't really like sports games here, but if they're like arcadey, we love them. You know, this was it,
No,
right?
Did he do Arch Rivals as well?
He did do Arch Rivals. He did do Xenophobe, right?
Yes. Yeah. No, absolutely did Xenophobe. I talked to him about that a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Actually, I was like, man, it would be so fucking cool if somebody would do a remake on Xenophobe. He's like,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, that's him.
I was
He's
like,
actually
word?
he's working on General Chaos 2 right now.
General
but-
Chaos is fucking on
Yep.
point. That game
Yep.
was, it was bonkers.
He upgraded the graphics so they're not pixel art anymore. He said he would love to do pixel art. It just costs too much at a modern day era. But so they're like they're like Rampage World Tour style graphics, right?
Mm.
But yeah, this game was super fun. It was fast paced. It's just hilarious. Like you pick up these weapons on the field, and then if they aside from the guy in the armor, if anybody in the opposing team touches you, you kill them.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right. So, and then if one side is doing too good, the crowd will get upset because it's like not a good game. So they'll start yelling troll, 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 and the losing team will get a troll extra player called the troll, which is this green monster, and he's unkillable. Like he's just an extra character and he's unkillable. So that's the way to balance the game if the other guy's winning too fast.
He just comes in and starts evening the odds. Does he go away at any
He
point?
doesn't. He just stays there, and I
That's
wonder
fucked
if
up.
I can.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah. That's and then there's like little cutscenes too after you get a touchdown. This guy's like the referee to bring out more weapons on the field, like that right there, right?
Yeah, this is just like Mutant League Football.
Yeah,
This is just medieval
exactly.
Mutant League Football because you could be doing shit. You could bribe the ref. You could kill the ref in Mutant League Football. It's like, nope, we're doing a ref blitz. This
Yep,
guy's cheating. You just
that I
run his ass
remember.
over.
Oh, so it looks like they got the troll in this one. So let's see if they have the video of when they got the troll. Halftime show. So he'll notice it's the green guy. He's not even wearing pants, I think. Yeah, like those trap doors, they like randomly open, so you can like risk walking over them. But like, yeah, it's super fun. So, oh, see, there he is. There's the troll right there in that clip. So he's coming up here pretty soon. So blue is winning. So I'm assuming the reds. There it is. Send in the troll.
Oh dear God!
Right?
Yeah.
That's just
so now,
fucking rude.
so now they have an extra player. You're like, what the fuck?
Oh, yep. They done got into it.
Yeah. And it's unkillable. Like, yeah, you see, like you try to kill it, and usually wins the skirmishes like that too. It's just like basically.
Because when I was in middle school, like in the gym, we finally put in arcade machines, right? Which was very controversial, obviously. But like the gym teacher was the one who got to make the call on whether we got them or not, and he was like, you know what, this is a great thing for the kids to do. Gym's kind of small, blah 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 blah. So we had 2 arcade machines in my middle school. We had NBA Jam and Arch
Mhm.
Rivals.
Yes.
Oh,
I have
yeah,
no
yep.
clue why they let the game where they beating each other's asses on the basketball court seemed like a good idea, but that's
sports
why
is sports.
it was sports, and that was as far as the thought process went for them.
Yeah, so this is history right here. They haven't made a remake of this. Mutant League Football, I think they did kind of make a sequel. I think it's like Mutant Football League. They like switched the F and L, and they updated it. But yeah, it's man, arcade football games or sports games are so fun, and I feel like that's like a missing like genre that they really passed up on these days because they they want simulated style sports.
Mhm.
And here's one of the things that people kind of miss, like as we're bringing up, we're bringing up the haunting starring Poltergeist, and we're bringing up Mutant League Football. Well, in this time, it's going to be hard for you guys to believe this, but EA wasn't always horrible. Like they had some of the most original games published on the Genesis in that time. And we all know
Mhm.
that damn EA cartridge because it had the little yellow tab.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
And it's like these guys put out uh Desert Strike, Jungle Strike,
Yep.
Urban.
Strike,
Yep.
like Nuclear Strike.
Nuclear Strike. Yep.
On the PlayStation. But no, they were like really, really pushing for original content in that time. And there was like it's almost like every company kind of has a golden era or a
They
golden
do. They do.
and that was it for EA. Like if it said EA, you were gonna be playing something good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not
thi-
so much the case these
Hi,
days.
and welcome
this
to
one
John
right
Madden
here-
Football.
This one right here is Bally Midway. So think Smash TV, Total
Mhm.
Carnage, right? But hockey, think of Blades of Steel.
Yes.
Right. Like, and this is like, as you can see, it's like pigskin. There's personality in the players, right? And it's like 2v2 versus like 5v5. But yeah, this one is the hockey version of pigskin, basically. It's not the same company, right? But I just wanted to kind of show you, like, man, these are games that kind of lost in time, right? And this is part of show and tell as well, because like, when was the last time you guys heard of Hit the Ice, right?
Like tears and rain.
Yeah,
It's on.
exactly. So I mean, I love like the unique character art for these games. Like it just adds so much more to the game. Because if they were generic like sprites, I'd be like, they look okay, right? But having these
Yeah.
like the guy looking like Brock Lesnar, like it's awesome. You know?
I got a stack here to show people.
Yeah, go for it, man.
That is going to just blow their minds away. Right? And again, this is for the young bucks. Listen, if you're young, you watching this show, but you watching this with your dad, right? I can almost guarantee you, your dad's played at least one of these things. And this is, as far as I'm concerned, this is NES royalty. I'm going to hold my hand, and I will read off every label as I get to them. So starting off with one of the games known to hate children. Fucking Blaster Master.
Yes.
Right there on the NES. Bam. Near and dear to my heart. Legacy of the Wizard. Roterbund.
Good luck leaving
Mhm.
the first screen in that game.
Right, you can't even get into the fucking dungeon. The game is beating your ass. And then one that Ace knows has a lot of meaning to me. Bionic Commando. Then everybody knows it. Legend of Zelda. Remind me to replace the battery in this bitch. Wait, they don't know.
No,
They
they
don't
probably
know.
don't. They probably don't.
They don't know. Young people see. The thing about an NES cartridge is that, remember, the game is literally on a PCB. And cartridges that were like, hey, you can save. No, there's an actual fucking battery inside this cartridge, and it will run out. So every now and again, you're going to have to pop these open and replace that battery, or else you won't be saving anything. I watched my brother put in way, way, way too much time on this game that will actually stomp you out. And this is one of the earliest rare games out there in existence. RC Pro-Am. RC Pro-Am.
I would argue
Yeah.
that that's the game that gave us rock and roll racing down the road.
But-
Now
Agreed.
look, you see that? Rare. 1987.
Yep.
Yep.
RC
Very
Pro-Am.
early. Me and my brother played the hell out of this.
Okay, I actually asked, what did you guys think RC meant when you guys were kids?
Remote control.
How about you, Ace? Was it remote control?
Mm-hmm.
Mine was racing car. I told you,
Racing car pro. I mean, he's like, I was not a
tiny
smart child.
Asian dude is stupid. Like, he is so dumb.
Anytime, this is that same period in time where Konami was on fire, man. Like, they weren't missing in this time period. They put out Metal Gear. They put out Skate or Die. They gave us fucking Contra. They gave us
Jackal.
Super C. They gave us Life Force.
Oh my God, stop.
Yes.
This
In Japan, the game is called Salamander. Super cool.
And in the same time, they give us one of the best sports games to date, right? Double Dribble.
That's good too. Their dunking cutscenes, so sick. Yep.
The-
You're
was
like,
all-
I've never seen that before. That's
The
crazy.
dunking cutscenes from Double Dribble it's like they walked so the game breakers in NBA Street could run.
That's a fact. And that's why anytime, if you want to hate your best friend, right? Because we already know who he's going to choose in Tecmo Bowl.
Oh yeah.
And Bo Jackson is going to get his hands on that ball, and your buddy is going to run the fucking clock out just so you can't win, and you're going to stop being friends. The playbook was 4 plays. That's it. And we loved that shit.
That's
It
true.
was 4 fucking plays. Then, back to Capcom. You know what? I'm curious. I want you to look this one up when I bring this up. But it's again, completely goated and insane because every version of this game is completely fucking different. Every single version of this is different. If you play it on Genesis, you're not getting anywhere close to the same experience versus what you played in the arcade.
Hold on.
Strider.
Is that Strider? Okay, yeah, that's totally different. This game was like a, what is that? An action RPG almost?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
The arcade
I
was
can only-
beat 'em up. Hack and slash.
As was the Genesis one. It's completely different graphics. It's all crazy.
Yeah.
And then, just because I talk about it so much, and again, huge impression on me. I happen to score a copy in box of Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors 2. This game
Fabio.
ain't children, but Fabio doesn't. and because we were trying to explain this to people the other day, I got lucky and just found this locally. James and I were sitting here talking about, oh no, Rescue the Embassy mission is one of the best damn games you're ever going to play. And I
Facts.
found the damn game.
Facts. It was meant to be. We talked about it, and he just happened to see
chosen.
it.
Fucking Jumbo, man. That guy was always fucking up.
Jumbo.
Goddamn Jumbo. Your embassy rescue and crew. Like, I can't remember everybody's names, but one guy was Kemco, and another dude was Jumbo, and Jumbo was just this colossal fuck up. Like, you could not get that dude to do nothing right.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it. And Kemco was on some cool shit at this point in time because they did stuff like Shadowgate and they were publishing Shadowgate and Uninvited. And
did they do Deja Vu? Oh, they did Deja
Vu.
Vu.
Yes, they did. And it's funny because I have Shadowgate somewhere around here. I'm not sure, but I've got it and Deja Vu. But there was an 8-bit anthology that was released, and this is, again, we keep coming back to that. You can't rely on digital. There was an 8-bit anthology released for the PS4, but I believe
Kemco? I think so.
It wasn't published by Kemco, but I'm trying to remember if there is a physical or if there's a digital on 8-bit.
There is a Kemco RPG selection in multiple volumes. It's up to volume 4 now, but volume 1 had, actually I'm reading volume 2 right now. Kemco RPG.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
They do have it up here. So 8-bit Adventure Anthology is cool. Those 3 games that I just talked about. So Shadowgate, Uninvited, Deja Vu, right? They put that out in 2017, and luckily, right now you can still get it on the PS4. You can get it for just $8.
Worth it.
Yeah,
Worth
you
it.
fucking buy that. But the physical release of that is super hard to find, and I happen to have it.
I didn't even know it existed, so that's crazy. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm looking at it right now. It's like $60. It's like, oh, okay, yes, because it was a limited run release.
Yeah, I never seen that. Yeah, that's cool.
No, so there's a lot of history here that we showed you guys tonight, and all of this is time. All of these NES games. This represents time. This represents the very era in which they were printed, right? I mean, you could literally open these up and not just look at a game, but you can look at how engineers design shit, right? Like, it's more than just a game. This is a piece of history, right? And it just so happens to be a very entertaining piece of history. And that's kind of for me, this is the point. And now, sitting right here, for whatever reason, you know what? This was one of my brother's favorite games to play. I just didn't show this one. I don't know how to explain it. I know James will know how to explain it better than I do. But Operation Wolf.
Rail shooter.
Rail shooter. Yeah. Again, beat your ass.
Yeah, you could not avoid the shots. You could only prevent the shots by killing them first.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
No, it was a wild game. It was a wild game. It wasn't like Gunsmoke, but it reminds you of it. Like, it's like a natural extension of those ideas. And so my show and tell was, look at how old I am. Look at me, I'm old as fucking dust, but I got a couple of cool things here or there. I got a Game Boy Color knocking around. I have one of the rarest fucking SMT games that's out there on the Game Boy, like Revelations, the Demon Slayer, I think it was.
All right, chat. Before we go, I want to. This is homage to Ace.
Dear God. Oh my God.
I want to share this arcade game because this is one of the arcades that really
make sure you shift this around.
Put a dent in my memory. So let me share it to you guys. This right here. So this is an arcade game called Lucky and Wild. Do you guys remember Lucky and Wild? No?
That sounds familiar.
All right. So it's a play on Tango and Cash, the movie, right? Where it's like one of them is a cop that's kind of like a straight-laced cop. The other one's kind of a loose cannon, right?
Most of the time you would see this in movie theaters, right?
Correct.
In the concession, that's why. Yeah.
So if you look at the art, The guy on the left is going to be the straight laced guy, and the guy on the right is definitely the wild guy, right? Lucky and wild. So this is a rail shooter, just like Operation Wolf, where the guy on the left, you're the driver, and you also have a gun. While the guy in the gun is primarily just the main like shooter of the two. So it's like a 2-player co-op. One's a driver. It's like you're always chasing cars, right? And you guys are like in the car with the guns. So it's super fun because one guy has to drive to avoid the vehicles, and the other guy is the guy shooting all the opponents on the road. And it's super fun. If you, the other part of the other fun part about this is the expressions on their faces as they're like as they're like going through it
in the rearview mirror. That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, and it's like personality, right? We're talking about personality. So this is one of the games that had that personality. And if honestly, when it released in like the 90s, this felt like you were in an 80s action movie, like at the time. Because like one way to avoid damage is to not hit other cars, is to not be in front of them as they're shooting at you. So, and you can kind of like sort out if you notice there's the pistol right here in the front. That's actually player 1's weapon. Player 2 has another gun on the right-hand side, on the passenger side, too. So, and you'll see 2 crosshairs if it was 2 players. But if you're playing single player, you're kind of just like driving with one arm and shooting on the other, and that was really hard. So, but that's the experience, and they've never replicated this ever again, like a driving and shooting at the same time, which is quite surprising. And I feel like this is one of those things how you can return the arcade experience back, because you can't really replicate this in like the home experience, right? So, I just wanted to share that definitely piece of history.
You know, that's really fun that you mentioned that. Light gun games are hard these days, you guys. Oh my god! Oh wow!
Yeah.
Shit, okay. Fucking murked. Yeah, take her in for crimes against everything. No, light gun games are very difficult to get working these days. Just for people who want to know, if you were to pick up an NES and pick up the NES zapper and try to use that on a modern TV, it's not going to work. Because just like how in Sonic the Hedgehog waterfalls, if you try to play Sonic the Hedgehog on a modern display, the waterfalls in the early stages don't display correctly, because basically the developers took advantage of how the scan lines worked to create the waterfall effect. And so shit just looks weird on a modern display because it's not doing the same stuff. And the exact same thing is happening with light guns, more or less. They specifically need a CRT to work. Now, that doesn't mean that people haven't come up with new ways to do that stuff. But if you were to just, if you don't match that hardware correctly, weird things happen. Just like with the bootleg damn Gauntlet, like it's just going to be weird. And
just like what Oliver was saying, like this stuff is clearly a product of its time. Like they've designed that because of the scan lines of the TV, right? So they're innovating with what they have, right? So when we talk about limitations breed innovation, that's part of it. And going from where we're at now, everything is inflated. They have too much budget. If anything, they can do whatever they want. And look at the games; they're not working out too well, are they? So, like I said, this reset is both negative and positive, and hopefully, once we get to the other side of the tunnel, we start to realize, like, hey, yeah, let's go back to the roots of game design and what's fun and what we can do with what we got. So, anyway,
and we definitely don't talk about Revolution X. We don't do that.
the Terminator 2 with CDs. That's what I call it.
We don't talk about Revolution X with Aerosmith. We leave that shit where it is. We do talk about Area 51 though, because that was popping at the time.
Yeah, Area 51
that was
for sure. What was the non-alien one? The one that was like in the jungle? Wasn't there like the same very similar Area 51, but it was like in the jungle and it was like about drugs?
Well, he's not talking about Narc. That's for damn sure.
No, definitely not Narc.
But I know which one you're talking about. I can't get the name of it.
Yeah, you're the arcade guru here.
Drugs in the jungle. Now, see, here's what's funny. It's funny. I literally typed into Google arcade shooter about drugs in the jungle, and it pulls up Narc.
Yeah, but it wasn't in the jungle.
But wait, it's not. No, it's not it.
It was by Midway, right?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm getting that confused with Black Site, because Black Site was a sequel, right?
Let's see, Jungle Island.
The closest I could think of was freaking Let's Go Jungle, wasn't it?
I have no.
That one came out in like 06. That's
All I can tell you, kids, is that everything. Here's what I learned from Midway with Narc. I learned that shooting crack addicts with missiles is a completely viable solution. Especially the guy that's on PCP. That will.
yeah.
Please, he's the first to go.
He's got to go. Just explaining that game to my wife was probably one of the funniest things that's ever happened in my life. I'm like, no, man, there was this game Narc. I was like, you going down, you busting perps. I'm like, and then the guy with the on PCP shows up. I was like, that guy's scary. You got to shoot him with a missile. She's like, fucking pardon? I was like, no, man, we're driving a dope ass Porsche. She was like, tell me more.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like these two narcs, they're driving a Porsche on this like crackhead neighborhood, and they're wearing like BMX biker outfits.
Oh, you got to pull that up. You got to pull that up just so these guys can see it. And the best part is both of the versions. So the arcade version is good, and the NES version is good. They're both fucking horrifying. They're jibbing.
Oh my bad. The game I was thinking about that was Area 51 is Carnival.
Oh, wow.
Another brilliant light gun cabinet that especially that we had in Tilt was freaking Silent Scope.
So the main quote for Narc was nobody had the guts until now, and that was what I remember. Like them calling that, right? So Narc, see, like BMX bikers, Porsche.
That takes me back.
Dude, this game was insane.
It's insane. It is
like
bonkers.
They had like I think this is definitely not gonna like pass any games to be released now, but like they were like weren't there like druggies shooting with needles and you would like lose life, you get hit?
Oh yeah, they're just throwing fucking syringes at you.
Yeah, like, exactly.
There were killer clowns. Again, homie is on fucking PCP, right? And you had a choice on whether you were arresting people or just straight up fucking taking them out.
Yeah, it's arcade game, dude. Look at this. Look at all the colors. How colorful it is.
The final boss. Oh, there we go. Max Force and Hitman. Those are your fucking names, okay? This is the most baller shit of all time. But then, look, there it is. That's the guy on PCP.
Yep.
That guy. He even said it. PCP addict. He will just grab you and end you. It's terrifying. Like when you jump in the Porsche, you can literally just run everybody the fuck over, except the guy on PCP. That guy will just stop your ass. So he's like, no, look, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh,
flying in the air.
This is the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life.
You love landmines. They're so colorful.
Midway was on some different shit in this time. It was a trip.
Yeah, it was like they were combining their old game with like the new games, right? Like they were clearly trying to do like Pit Fighter, Mortal Kombat style graphics, but they were still doing like Missile Command, Defender kind of stuff, kind of gameplay. Like the UI is very like Defender, right? Up top there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this is wild.
You're a cop. You just
threw people.
You wouldn't have believed us.
You just ran over like 30 guys.
You wouldn't have believed us if we told you what this game was if we didn't show it to you, because you'd be like, "What? A Porsche policeman?"
There we go.
I told you. He stopped the fucking Porsche. Don't let him get his hands on you. He's terrifying.
Yeah, you gotta shoot missiles at him, like Metroid. Trade.
There was like weird kinky stuff in the game too. Let's see. So I know there were killer clowns. Yep. There he is. Kinky Pinky.
Oh my god.
He'd be kidnapping chicks, man. Oh yeah, and there's a lot of porn.
Yeah, this is very 80s. This is very.
And they oddly were able to get away with quite a bit of stuff on the NES of all platforms. Like, yeah, you could jib some dudes. You absolutely could.
I think you were able. They were able to tailor it enough where it wasn't like too obvious.
Right?
Because it's
Getting
because
past
it's
the
8-bit.
censors.
Yeah, exactly.
So they cut, basically they cut the blood. Um, it's like guys still got blown up
Yep.
for some reason, but I mean,
But they
it was
weren't.
fine.
But it wasn't like overtly like you could see chunks of their body. Like it wasn't super clear. It was just like pieces.
It was a wild ass time.
Dude. Yeah,
It was a good time. Wait, I think that man just picked up a whole stick of ram.
the real drug.
That's fucking DDR. Look, this is ram laying everywhere.
The real drug is.
But random fact, they did try to reboot Narc early 2000s. Kind of an open world, kind of GTA-ish. It didn't work. But there was a follow-up game. And
An attempt was made.
An attempt was made, and you were an undercover cop, so you were able to buy, sell drugs, use those drugs. Like, you could do shit. It was nuts. It was
I mean, at that
a
point,
wild time in history.
just play Sleeping Dogs.
Yes, it's correct. Just fuck it. Skip everything and play Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs is a game that always should be played. There are 2 games, every time it gets mentioned, someone has to go play it. Sleeping Dogs and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Someone somewhere is like, shit, I should install that.
My experience with Blood Masquerade Bloodlines was that, and this game had come out at the same time on launch, and I only had enough money for one game, and this one. So, and I mean, and I'm talking about the original, not the battle chest. So, I just happened to pick up Diablo 2.
We got to get this man Vampire at all costs. Just
and I haven't looked back.
Oh man, it's still a crazy game,
wasn't it?
It's still crazy.
Isn't it like Dragon Age where you can pick like your responses to people's conversations, right?
Yeah,
that was like beyond its time for that.
Well, it's got this kind of weird history where Activision was like really fucking with them in their development cycle at that time, and then they built the game on Source Engine, but Valve was like, nope, you don't get to put out your game before we put out our game, before we put out Half-Life 2. So they kind of got hamstrung by that because everyone's going, "Ooh, look, Half-Life 2," right?
Yeah.
And it's a game that is so wildly open-ended. It's actually fucking impressive. And this is my last stupid story for the night, just because people will love how absolutely absurd it was. So I took some time off my fucking job for a while. This is probably 2005. And it was one of the hottest summers I could remember. My wife and I are sitting around in our tiny little apartment. We're bored, we're broke, we have nothing to do. Right? And I'm like, you know what? I had picked up this game, Vampire the Masquerade, right around the time that you had got me that copy of Half-Life 2. I've not actually sat down and played it. I was like, let's do it. So it's so hot, and we don't have air conditioning that we're just sitting in our drawers in our apartment in front of this fucking PC. We're just sitting there, just sweating. And we start playing this shit, and we're like, oh dear God, this might be one of the best fucking games ever made for one reason and one alone. Malkavians are cool as shit.
Oh yeah.
Once you get past their insanity. Because for the cats that don't know, you have all these different subspecies, essentially, of vampire, right? And it's basically, without getting too deep into it, it's whoever the elder vampire is, you're more like them. So when you think of Nosferatu, that's its own separate clan of vampires, right? Just the real ugly. But these guys tend to be hackers, and they can't run around out in the streets because you're clearly a vampire. Everyone can see that you break the masquerade, right? And then you have things like Toreadors and, oh God, I can't remember. You've got the Bruja, who are just like real fucking
the Toreadors, the Bruja, the
Ventru, who are like the snob, the aristocratic vampires. And then you have the Malkavians. And the Malkavians, as far as all other vampires are concerned, they are literally insane. Except they're not. They're not insane at all. It's just
Ain't
that
paranoia if they really are out to get you.
it's just that they have such powerful fucking visions that when they try to explain it to anybody, it just sounds like pure fucking nonsense comes out of their mouths at any given time. And so what made the game super fun for us was, for whatever reason, we started with a Malkavian, and you literally like you're looking at your dialogue choices as a Malkavian, and you're like, this bitch sounds absolutely crazy. Like, she talks to stop signs. Okay, she gets into conversation with stop signs, and then there's a moment where you, the player, externally will begin to understand that they're not crazy at all. They're really powerful psychics, but they can't get that information out in a way that other people understand. So you'll keep hearing your character talking about, oh man, I've got to go talk to the lady by the sea. If I just go to the lady by the sea, all this will get sorted out. You're like, wait a minute, lady by the sea. And it's like, we looked at each other. It's like, wait, lady by the sea, isn't that a fucking nickname for Santa Monica? It's like, oh shit, this bitch has been talking in code the entire time. So then we really went back and started looking at exactly what Malkavians are saying at any given time. And there's a character who is a homeless Malkavian who tells you the entire fucking plot of the game inside of 10 minutes. Like, but only if you actually take the time to understand.
So
Only if you translate, I'll bet.
So when you talk to him, he sounds like he's
Yes.
talking gibberish, but he's actually telling you the story of the game in code, basically. That's
whole
that's
fucking
so
story of the
smart.
game
That's
in
so
code.
smart writing, so smart game design. I love it. That's so cool.
The most amazing character. Like, it's just this homeless woman, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna go talk to this lady, and she just goes, don't open it. You're like, what? You're like, what? You hear this inside of 5 minutes. But you find out what that means because the plot revolves around them finding a sarcophagus that they believe has one of the oldest vampires in existence of it. And at this point in the World of Darkness, they're coming into the final night.
Don't open it.
Right? So they're waiting for an apocalypse to happen. And then you find out about this sarcophagus, and it's like, oh, it could be some really old vampire or whatever. And then there's a suggestion that the oldest and first vampire, Cain, might be inside of it. And so everyone's really fucking scared because they're like, if that's Cain, oh no, part of our judgment day, part of our apocalypse is he's gonna come out and he's gonna fucking kill every fucking vampire beneath a certain generation, including us. So it's like, factions over here want to open it, factions over here don't want to open it, blah, 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 blah. But some homeless lady tells you inside 5 minutes before you even know about the sarcophagus, don't open the fucking sarcophagus. She's like, don't open it. And you're like, what does that mean? She's like, mm-hmm. And it wanders off. You're like, this is the greatest, craziest
Foreboding.
writing. But here's why it's cool. Here's why it's cool. So that's just one way to play. All those different classes, all those different races, or all those different clans, all have completely different playthrough experiences. Because remember, if I said you're a Nosferatu, you can't even walk around up on street level. You got to go through sewers and shit. You got to do stuff like that. There are literally a multitude of endings to the game. And on top of it, one of the most unusual development stories in history. It launched, it was broken, it was buggy. There are unofficial patches that restore content that got cut from the game for time. But when you buy this game on Steam, that patch is so robust, it's officially included with the with the Steam version. Because even after they got shut down, the developers were part of the people that made those on.
That's funny. They're like, fine, we'll do it ourselves. I don't need your permission.
Yeah. They sure the fuck did. So that's what happens if you get it on Steam. It's one of those
Gotcha.
crazy things.
I love it.
Like that.
I mean, we do have them as long as there's no investors. That's the problem.
There you go.
So this was the era before all that crazy stuff. So that's what I miss.
Yep.
And this is why we need more White Wolf World of Darkness games that don't suck. Just look, any homie that played Hunter the Reckoning back in the day knows.
Oh, if you go to
okay?
paradoxinteractive.com, I think they have a big comeback coming up. Also, I didn't know Hunter and the werewolf games were part of that universe too. That's crazy. Because
You
no,
didn't?
I did not. Because I did play Werewolf the Apocalypse on stream. Like I didn't know that was
Man.
part of it. That's crazy.
Woo! There's cool
Yeah.
shit. World of Darkness is my favorite.
You too.
Look, I love Shadowrun. Shadowrun is great, and I know there are homies that like D&D, but for sheer world building, just reading about it, oh, you can't go wrong with World of Darkness. Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, fucking Orpheus.
See, there's Mage,
right?
There's Mage the Ascension.
Mage the Ascension.
Let's see, Kindred of the East.
And God, I'm missing one. Besides
Wraith.
Orpheus. Wraith the Oblivion, thank you. And Wraith is cool as shit. Oh man, it's like okay, take the Frighteners, right, with Michael J. Fox. Now expand that shit, like by a lot, and it's like, oh,
Okay, you know what, Oliver? I am going to have to see if I can remember this link because I found a World of Darkness fan site where someone had legitimately taken the rules from all across WOD and made a Xenogears module.
what?
That's crazy.
Yeah, World of Darkness Xenogears.
I mean that game is darkness
And just
incarnated.
just curious for me, boss. If you could look these up while I mention them, because you're really good at finding the prices on these. There were actually 3 Hunter the Reckoning games for the kids that don't know. So originally they put out Hunter the Reckoning. They put that out on the Xbox, and eventually it would make its way to the GameCube and the PS2. But then there were a couple of kind of expanded versions of these, and there was Hunter the Reckoning Redeemer.
Yep.
And there was Hunter the Reckoning Wayward.
Yep.
Which focused on 2 additional creeds. Now I think Wayward is super expensive and was very limitedly printed.
It was at the time, but it didn't hold up its value. It's about 15 for complete. 35 brand new. I would still pick that up at 35 brand new.
Fuck yeah.
It's sealed. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Redeemer?
Redeemer. No. So did they have like if you went Xbox, they came out with Redeemer. If you went PlayStation, they went with Wayward. Is that what happened?
I think that's what happened.
Okay.
I think so.
It's about the same. So like 20 for complete, 42 for new. If you get them graded, they go up to $100. So they're definitely more like collector items.
Truly, collector.
Yeah.
But no, those games are great. They just explaining to people Hunter the Reckoning alone, like just what it is and how it works. Come on, like you young bucks are missing out. You're tricking yourself. That shit is cool.
Even if you don't know the world, because I don't, and I played it, it feels like you're playing those Baldur's Gate games, those EverQuest games, right? So
yeah,
but instead you're playing with vampires and werewolves versus like demons and dragons.
And just the super fast score. Here's how Hunter the Reckoning works. Everyone's walking around normal, right, kids? You're like do, and then for whatever reason, you happen to see a supernatural event occur, and that is your imbuing moment where you now know that all that shit is real, and now you can't unsee it, right? And the circumstances that were surrounding, your life versus the event that you saw forms your Hunter's Creed. So in the original Hunter the Reckoning on Xbox, like the cop becomes an Avenger, and there's a priest and he becomes a judge, right? And there's a guy who's like in the Hell's Angels, he becomes a defender. There's a rave kid who, like, it was a horrible circumstance and she dived in front of her friend to protect her, right? And she ended up becoming a martyr. And so all your creeds and your edges, your hunter edges, your abilities reflect that creed, right? So the martyr can do all kinds of crazy stuff, but every time she does it, she literally gets hurt. And even if you look into the codex, they're like, yeah, so this is a really powerful creed, but martyrs tend to not live very long because
It's
they
in the
do
name.
it's in the name. They're going to die doing this stuff. And so what those two expanded games were with Redeemer was it was actually a little girl in the first game whose teddy bear grew huge and turned into a fucking monster, and so that was her imbuing moment. And now she's like 17, 18 years old, and she's in on it, and she has the ability to try and save damned souls and damned monsters, right, and get them converted back to the side of good. And waywards are they're kind of like they're kind of like Malkavians, where with every other hunter creed, they have the ability to turn on their ability to see the supernatural and turn it off. Waywards are considered psychotic by everyone else because they can't turn it off. They see demons fucking everywhere. They are hammers and everything is a fucking nail as far as a wayward goes.
Oh,
And so
man.
they call him a lost creed because there are very few waywards out there.
Oh.
But it's wild shit, man. Woo!
Oh, and,
I can talk about this for hours.
yeah, we could. Oh, by the way, really quickly, Jagos, there is a Changeling game. There is. I remember playing it. I had to look up the cover, but it's Changeling the Dreaming. And this is the one I was trying to think of while we were listing the others, because Changeling, this is you are stepping into the world of the Fae.
I think he meant video game, in which case, yes.
What platform is that on? Changeling.
No, because there's a tabletop game.
Oh, right.
But I don't see a video game.
It's not a video game, no.
No.
Oh, and another funny piece of trivia. Guess what game was also effectively tied to the World of Darkness label back in the late 90s?
Tell me something.
Vampire Savior.
No shit.
Darkstalkers 3.
Really? Oh,
Mhm.
cool.
How?
Would have never guessed.
How is it tied to that?
Well, it was like I remember it was actually for the arcade release. Like Vampire Savior, like when it shipped, the cabinets actually had World of Darkness, like they had World of Darkness labeling and branding on them.
You sure it wasn't like a coincidence by Japan?
I saw this on multiple machines at different locations.
Okay. Yeah, wasn't aware of that.
Yes. Yeah, no, he's right. He's right. I'm looking at it. Yeah. The World of Darkness and Darkstalkers had an official, though brief, promotional and licensing tie-in in 1997 when White Wolf licensed the World of Darkness name and logo to Capcom. Okay, weird. So the North American localization, Vampire Savior, the Lord of Vampire was released in North American arcades under the title Vampire Savior World of Darkness. The promotional materials, arcade cabinets, and English releases related media like Night Warriors featured the White Wolf logo and trademark notices.
And there was
no shared lore, even though they shared branding.
I think it was like Capcom's way of trying to like integrate Darkstalkers into the West. So trying to capture those fans, which is smart.
No,
smart.
I see it. It was strictly a corporate marketing arrangement coinciding around the era when White Wolf had previously made a Street Fighter tabletop RPG. So it was just like how they did with SMT. It was a trade. It was just a trade agreement.
It was more business probably than it was really like art
more than anything else.
They were probably drinking at a bar in Japan. They were like, "Oh, you know what would be good?"
Yep.
You know what's super interesting? The original demon artist for SMT finally he made an X account and he's been talking about some of this stuff. And he was talking about the trade that they made for SMT 3, right? To get Dante in there.
Yeah.
And in exchange, he went over to Capcom and he designed the baby Devil Trigger forms of both Dante and Virgil
on DMC 3. Yeah.
And basically he was like, I always thought it was really fucking weird that when Dante went into Devil Trigger, he'd like lost his clothes. He's like, where did his clothes go? He's like, that doesn't make sense. So I wanted to integrate the clothing. He's like, it's something that happens to them, not their clothing. But let's extend that idea and all that. So no, he's really been active in talking to people about his design philosophy and how he got there. It's super cool. So I encourage people to just.
I liked his design in DMC3. Like, you know,
Man, he
like,
designs weird shit.
Yeah, I like my best favorite design of Dante is number 2, right? But like the double trigger is number 3.
Thank you. I keep telling people DMC2 Dante is the best visual design. He looks like he should be taken seriously.
He's so sick in that game. Like, he still looks cool. The game's not so much. Character design, yeah, pretty good.
And then Trish, right? And going through the bloody palace with Sparta with Trish. Oh man. Oh, this is a blast.
All right, that's definitely another episode. We can do a Devil May Cry episode, and Andre will be there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. All right, Ace, take us home, baby.
Yeah, we'll do. So look, once again, we have hit that time. Controllers down, artifacts safely back on the shelf, and nobody let the Headmaster near eBay after this episode. Okay?
I'm on there right now, which is
God!
He's like,
mission failed. But tonight, Study Hall Show and Tell reminded us of something important. Gaming history isn't just locked away in museums. It's not only in documentaries, old magazines, YouTube retrospectives, or auction listings with prices that make your wallet take physical damage. Gaming history is also personal. It's sitting on our shelves. It's packed in old boxes, stored in drawers, saved in memory cards, which I still have plenty that I haven't shown off yet. It's scratched into controllers. It's folded into strategy guides, like I showed y'all earlier with Star Ocean. It's hidden inside the things we kept because for some reason we could never let them go. And tonight we found out why. It's because these artifacts aren't just objects. They're checkpoints. They take us back to who we were when we first found them. The game we couldn't stop playing. The game, the console we saved up for. The guide we studied like homework. The contact high we had that made certain parts of games seem a lot more fun than they used to be. The controller we wore down, the gift someone gave us, the item we hunted for, the memory we did not realize we were preserving at the time. That is the power of show and tell. It reminds us that every gamer has a history, every shelf has a story, and every artifact has a little piece of our gamer quotient inside it. Some of us collect because we love the hunt. Some of us keep things because they remind us of people. Some of us hold on to old games because they represent a time, a place, or a version of ourselves that we don't want to forget. And some of us just like cool gaming stuff. That counts too. But the lesson tonight is this. Gaming is not disposable when the memories are real. The industry can move fast. Consoles can change, stores can close, digital libraries can grow. Trends can come and go. But the things that shaped us still matter. So protect your memories, share your stories, keep the artifacts that mean something to you, and never be embarrassed by the game, the guide, the console, the collectible, or the random piece of gaming history that made you who you are. Because sometimes real treasure isn't the rarest item. Sometimes it's the item with the best story. And that class has been Gamer Quotient Gaming Academy. I'm Blazing Ace Nelson reminding you, play with intention, protect your save file, respect the history, and keep your best artifacts ready for the next show and tell. Until next time, always remember to ask yourselves, what's your gamer quotient? Class dismissed.
Let's go.
Mission complete.
Why does it take so long to do that? Switch over.